Just keeping it fun for everybody. Yeah, Phil Collins, Studio. It seemed like a good idea yesterday when I was just sitting on a beach fishing, and my brother-in-law's out there, and he was cranking out some Studio through his Bose speaker that you can now hook up to your iPhone. My God, it's
wireless?
the greatest invention ever. They finally have figured it all out. Because remember when you first started getting those speakers, and they're sort of okay, and you get them at Best Buy or something, but now Bose came out with something, and you just hook it up to your Bluetooth, and then whatever playlist you got on your phone, you're just cranking all over the beach. It was great.
Yeah, I like that. I have that at home, too, a couple of wireless things, but I'm afraid of just doing my cell phone.
Yeah.
Because I have these fucking chip. I have these chip and voicemails to myself, like just ideas for chip songs, which are awful.
Yeah.
And once in a while, they'll pop up, and I'm afraid that would play through.
Yeah.
My because it's in my fucking iTunes, my thing. So I have to play with people over.
All right. I thought it was going to be something else. Maybe some,
shenanigans?
Yeah.
No, I don't tape those. That's scary. There's nothing to them. It's just, you just hear like light whispers and like a little bit of like, it's terrible.
Speaking of chip, did you see the tweet I just sent?
I did. It made me laugh. Lamb chip.
Jimmy, whatever. Jimmy liked something on the show, so I just said, thanks. I want to say thanks, lamb chop, and then it auto-corrected to thanks, lamb chip.
Oh, that's fun.
This fucking chip follows me in my fucking dreams.
You know what's funny? Like for the rest of your life, whenever that word is mentioned, there'll be that little, even long after you don't think of it, there'll be that little thing in there.
Yeah.
That little thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, lamb chip? Why would it autocorrect to lamb chip, by
the way? Because it knows better.
It's lamb chop. Everyone knows.
Lamb chip.
Lamb chip. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
That Studio reminds me of American Psycho.
Yeah, of course.
Which I saw the play of on Broadway, and it was brutal.
Bad or good?
So bad.
It sounds like a rough play.
Yes, the movie was great. Let the movie live.
I don't even remember it being a play.
It was in and out, baby.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
There it is. That's it. Yeah. It was stupid.
Well, with that, we say good morning to Mark Norman. So you know Studio from American Psycho.
That's where I first heard of it. I'm a younger lad.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait, was it his fault that it was bad, or was it one of those things where it was just an impossible thing to translate to a play?
It was totally impossible. It would just be them dancing together in the office. It didn't work.
Right.
The whole movie's supposed to be dark and brooding and weird, and then they would be talking in the office about the business cards and just start spinning.
Well, you ever read the book?
No.
I have not either, but I bring it up because Jimmy turned me on to the fact that the book is brutal compared to the movie. It's way worse and way darker.
Much worse, yeah.
The book is always better. Why is that?
The more subtlety stuff. They can put it more in it. That's why you watch the movie first, then read the book after, and it's like, wow, I'm learning more about people I liked.
Right.
Don't read the book first.
You can just get more info in a book, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess.
The Godfather's an amazing book, but you read it after you've seen the movie 30 times.
Yeah, but then don't you just picture all the, you picture Brando in the book.
That's fine.
All right.
There's different scenes, things that are not in the movie. At least it's easier because you have a visual for the book. Silence of the Lambs, I saw the movie first.
And then the book.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It was really weird. And in the book, she's actually trying to eat him. It's so weird how they changed
They
that.
really changed that up, huh? I didn't read Silence of the Lambs.
Such a great book.
It's a great book.
I think I read it in less than 2 days.
I get relieved when it's a movie. Then I'm like, oh, okay. Now that's one less book I have to worry about.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't think that way.
I hear Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah,
the Fight Club guy.
You, whatever.
No, I heard he's the books are always better.
Wait, you've never read a Chuck Palahniuk? No,
I'm not a big reader.
His books are good though, man.
Yeah, I'm
Choke is really good.
Choke, I hear, is great.
I was on a kick for a while. I've read a lot of his books.
When are you guys reading? Is it mostly audio?
Toilet? I used to love reading, and especially when we were at NEW, we were commuting on the Long Island Railroad, so I was knocking back books.
Commute.
Because you're looking out that train window, and it'll drive you nuts. So I got into a lot of reading. I was knocking back 2 or 3 books a week with that commute. And then with the kids, it got tough. And now I'm on Audible.com, which finally we're doing live reads for. And I'm back, I say quote reading because I'm listening to books through Audible. Like I just finished Amy Schumer's book.
There you go.
And Audible has every word of the book, right? Like they don't edit. It's actually the entire book.
Well, sometimes they will give you an edited version, and then you get to choose which one you want.
Oh, but you can read the full.
Yeah, but sometimes there's a book, and it's like edited will take you 8 hours, unedited 15, and then you kind of have to be like,
Yeah.
I did that with Tom Brokaw. It was a mistake. I went with the unedited, and it was like it was.
What is he saying? A lot of cunts?
It was a 20. It just I should say unabridged. I was saying
unabridged.
It wrong. I was saying it wrong. Unabridged, and with Tom Brokaw because he was coming in, I decided I'll go unabridged, and oh my god,
long, right?
Long, really long. Which one was it? A Lucky Life Interrupted. Yeah.
What does that change? Unabridged. What does that mean?
Huh?
What do you mean? What is the difference?
It's edited.
It's edited.
But I mean, how do they know what to take out?
I don't know. They have to make that call.
Yeah, certain key, like Reader's Digest Abridged used to do that. They would give you the Reader's Digest abridged version.
Yeah.
Where you would get an abridged version of a book, and it kind of is supposed to interest you in the book enough to go and get it.
Get the full book.
Yeah. It wasn't meant to be the book.
The book trailer.
But this is smart because, again, if you don't have 20 hours to kill.
God. And you just want a little taste of the.
Yeah, you want to hear it.
I see.
If you got a couple cross-country flights, you want to just listen to something, you get the abridged.
Right.
Okay.
I forgot which book it was. It wasn't A Lucky Life Interrupted. I guess it doesn't matter. It was the one about the 60s and not the Greatest Generation. Yeah, Boom. It was called Boom. They have
Boom.
They have two. Look at that, 18 hours and 22 minutes. See, you thought I was lying?
I did not think you were lying.
And that's the one I did. And then Audible gives you the chance to speed it up. So then you try to see how fast your brain could work. You're like, I think I can handle 120%. So it's 20% faster, and that'll knock down the hours.
Right.
So, but then you get too fast sometimes. I tried 1.5 times. Oh man, that was rough too. So you play with that.
Then you're rewinding because you're like, shit, I didn't catch that part.
Amy Schumer, I was able to put up to 120%, and it still made sense.
Damn. All right.
Just cuts out the pauses a little bit.
Yes,
right?
and it gives the pacing is a little faster. But if you're wide awake, you can handle it.
My dad's in a wheelchair. He shits himself.
Schumer's book was really good. I'm excited to talk to her and see her. It's been about a year that she's been in studio. I think you talked to her last night.
I talked to her last night, yeah.
UFC podcast.
Yeah, that's out. We had a good one yesterday.
Oh, cool.
You guys had a good conversation?
We did. We had Dana White earlier, and then we had her for a while. It was very fun.
What was Dana saying about a third fight?
You know what? I think he said it wasn't a big priority for him. Like, it's fine when it happens. He wants Conor to defend the featherweight belt.
Which has just been sitting there for a while now.
Well, Aldo's the interim, but I think he wants Jose Aldo to fight, or he wants Conor to fight either, somebody at 155. He wants him to do something.
I think the fans want that third fight with Nate Diaz.
They'll probably get it, too. I just don't know exactly when.
Right.
But I think it will happen.
Of course it'll happen.
I just think he's going to fight another fight first.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's, all right. Good enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Who? I know this is sacrilegious, but who won the McGregor fight?
Oh, Mark.
I've been on the road. I've been flying. I'm gay. Talk to me. What happened? I just saw bloody photos.
It was one of the greatest UFC fights ever, right?
I'm going to watch it. Don't worry, but I wanted to know who won.
It was Conor McGregor in a decision.
Nate Diaz?
Nate Diaz is a gangster.
Yeah.
He's a street fighter. That guy will not let you knock him out. Conor McGregor, I think, should have finished him, and Nate Diaz basically said that, right?
Oh, I can't. Look at the blood. Holy
Dude,
shit.
the blood was ridiculous. At one point, Nate Diaz can't even see.
Did you notice he's wiping his eyes?
He's wiping his eyes through the whole fight. It was that bad.
Wow.
But McGregor just didn't finish him off. And then it was cool at the end of the fight that they hugged and were like, dude, I got to respect you for this. Yeah. This was an amazing fight.
Nate helped him up. I don't think Nate's ever helped anyone up.
Right.
Wow.
It was amazing, Mark.
All right. I'm gonna give it a whirl.
202 is a great card.
Dude, that might be the best overall card I've seen.
You think?
Yeah, because every fight that I saw was great.
Yeah,
the
Cowboy,
prelims.
How do you say
Cowboy Cerrone against Rick Story.
Right. I always mess up his last name.
Oh, wow. Already 2 million hits.
What highlights? On the highlights of Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. I can't wait.
It was wonderful.
How long was it about total?
5 rounds.
Wow. That one went 5. Anthony Johnson's fight went 15 seconds or 13.
Yeah, something 20, like that. 13. I think you're right.
13 seconds, but it was the greatest 13 seconds you'll ever see, Mark Norton.
Oh, boy. I've heard that before from a lady.
This fight was great. Cody Garbrandt was awesome.
I don't know if was that one of the preliminaries? I don't think I saw this fight.
That UFC, I don't know if that was a prelim. I think that was actually a prelim.
We had other stuff going on, so we only jumped in when it was time for the actual pay-per-view. But the preliminary fights are always damn good. Sometimes they're better than the main events.
Yeah, because those guys are really fights. I actually don't remember if that was a prelim. Maybe it was not.
I feel like I didn't see that one. But, Rick Story and Donald Cerrone was great. So
yeah, it was a very fun... really fun card.
Yeah. I like watching just street fights on YouTube. That's always fun.
Do you really?
Just a good street fight.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
Yeah. You have any favorites?
I'm trying to think. I usually go to those bully fails.
Yeah, those are the best.
Oh, those are amazing.
Like the little guy beats up the big guy who's picking on him. It's great.
Those are the best. Mm-hmm. You're right about that. And there's always a surprise there.
Yeah.
Where the kid's just taking it, knowing he's going to knock him out.
Yes,
cold.
the kid always has some kind of weird experience that the bully doesn't know about, so they'll be pushing him, and then the kid does like a roundhouse.
Right.
And you're like, holy shit.
And then that kid gets in trouble by the school.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other thing.
Which is ridiculous.
Look at these kids squaring up. That's great.
Yeah. Bully fail, bullying wrong guy in school.
Oh, he got the legs, and then just wailing on the face.
Yeah, that's MMA influence, though, is all these fucking... Oh, no, he's arm-barring him.
An arm bar.
Oh, no.
Nothing better than a very skinny, pimpled-faced kid doing an arm bar.
Oh, my God.
That kid's probably, what are these kids, 11?
They don't look 5, maybe 12 or 13 tops.
Yeah, and then he got the love from the black kid in the end when he won.
You've seen this
all
one.
You want in life. Yeah, I've seen this one.
You've seen this one.
This was like on the news, I think. This was a classic. Look at the kicks. Yeah.
But I don't know what the bullying situation was. The other kid just shoved them, but they look like about the same size.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
That was amazing technique. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. That was a great takedown.
Wow.
Great reversal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll tweet that one out.
There's a million of them.
We haven't done the bully fails in a while. Mm-hmm. Is there some good ones up there these days?
They're all just numbered, and some of them are like 10 minutes long, so this is a classic. This is the one, we watched this here before. He body slams a kid.
Oh, wait, this is
the fat kid.
Yeah, this has almost 28 million views.
This is like a real viral one.
This kid's not trying to fight. This
fat kid's just taking it. The skinny kid is getting all cocky.
Yeah.
Punching him in his stomach.
Here it comes. Now watch his arm on this ledge. His leg on the ledge. Christ. Holy shit.
And then he just body slams him.
Oh, my God. Then the kid gets up. He's all fucked up.
He's limping.
Yep, that was the end of that.
And he just walks away like a fucking hero. Now the kid is like interviewed. You see that? The interview has 8 million hits.
I really want to best a bully. I would love to do that in the street one time. Just best a bully.
That would be wonderful.
Never done
boy,
that.
did he body slam him good.
Yeah.
You think he broke his leg on that ledge?
I don't think so.
No, he was walking on it, but he hurt him.
It didn't look good. Did not look good.
See, these are all there's compilations, but then there's like a weird dumb car accident like that ruins it. So you got to sift through them. But boy, if you're hungover on a Saturday, whoo!
Yeah, I used to go down that loop.
Oh yeah,
or rabbit hole, I guess. Haven't in a while.
Watching the adults fight's the worst because I'm an adult, so it's like,
right.
I don't want to get knocked out in public.
Oh, I know.
But we could all relate to those high school fights, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Or the ones in the fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
Those are great.
The coolest ones, and this is like out of a movie, it's usually, I think it's in Russia or somewhere, but they have like 2 gangs of guys in red shirts and black shirts, and they just walk towards each other, and then just start fucking pounding each other's faces when they get up close, and then 28 seconds later, there's like 4 guys standing. It's amazing.
What is that about?
I don't know. It's just 2 gangs coming together. It's like out of a movie.
2 group. Could you show me one of those?
I mean, it's good luck finding them, but boy, they're out there and they are intense. Just 2 gangs pounding each other, going at it like a muddy street, and then within 25 seconds, 80% of them are on the ground, and some guys are standing up. Yeah.
Do they use weapons or anything?
No, they just go at it.
Best Russian gang fight. Well, it only has 51,000 views, so
this one
you can't claim best one.
Right.
If you put best in the title, it's
I'm not sure if they're
views.
Russian. Ooh, this could be something.
All right, let me see
Stomping
this.
a bunch of men with no shirts.
Yeah.
Well, what could it be? Cum fodder?
They're shirtless, and they're slowly making their way. You don't
They're
see
wearing
it.
gloves,
Oh, my
though.
God, okay.
This could be one.
All right, and the other guys have shirts on, so
Look
you
at
know
that.
who you're fighting.
They all have
Now
gloves
it's an
on.
all-out brawl.
It's a melee. It's swinging crazy. There's a puff of smoke. It's like a cartoon.
Yeah, it's on a dirt road. The cameraman doesn't even know where to go because now they're all spread out.
By the way, that's what I would be doing.
Oh, God!
Oh, kicked it. Look, he helped his friend.
Yeah, we'll tweet this one out for you as
Holy
well.
Moses. Oh, he's done. All right, that's one out.
This guy's laying all over the place, knocked out and just fucked up.
This is their day. They prepped this.
That is nuts.
See? It'd be fun if they were looking for Pokemon.
I'll be honest, the shirtless guys did a good job there.
I think
shirtless
so.
guys won.
Yeah, I think the shirtless guys are have the upper hand. Oh, yeah, just about every guy with a shirt on is on the ground now.
Yeah.
Oh, kicked in the face.
What the
But they are all wearing gloves, too. It's all wearing fighting gloves. It's
Right.
interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Now they're
guy.
Stomping him.
Now they're stomping his head, kicking him in the back of the head. He's out. He's done.
Shirtless really dominated.
Yeah, shirtless did
kicked
really
ass.
well.
But I mean, yeah, that's heavy shit.
Will this be on FanDuel this football season?
This should be a sport.
That's what I'm saying. Fantasy gang fighting. Coming to FanDuel and DraftKings.
Right. Oh, this guy can't get enough.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We'll definitely tweet that out to the people.
Yeah, thanks for finding that, Paul. Well done.
That's ballsy. Yeah, the skins beat the shit out of the shirts.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine that? Like, all right, noon, we're meeting. This is it.
And then they sort of they let them be on the ground.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the good honor system.
There was a little head stomping a couple of times. I hate those head stomps. What are you doing?
I know.
It's just uncomfortable to see.
Unless there's a reason, like it's a guy who fucked with you, but if it's just a argument.
Yeah. I wonder what starts that. I guess it's just turf shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just bored.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, hey, man, you guys are bored. We're bored. Why don't we do a little something? Maybe try to make a viral video.
Yeah. I like the no weapons.
You hitting the road with Amy Schumer there, Mark?
Yes, sirree, Bob. We're leaving. I leave Wednesday night at 10 p.m. to go straight to Dublin.
Private or?
Well, I'm meeting her, I think, in England, and then I'm jumping on something with her, and then we're going all over.
All over Europe?
Yeah.
For the next, few weeks?
Nah, it's like a couple. I'm back in a week. She's quick. She's in and out, which is scary because I want to see the cities. I want to go to Amsterdam and hang out a little bit, but she likes to just get the fuck out.
Yeah, do you leave at night after the show?
Usually.
That's the best way to do it.
I know, but Amsterdam.
Not if
Dublin,
you're in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're in, put shitty city here.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss anyone off.
But I want to jump around and I want to go to the red light discs and all that shit. Get some weed cakes.
You go back into your own gig, though, you'll be able to spend some time there. We're going to Australia, and I'm actually going a few days early because we have time.
Right. Yeah.
So me and Jonathan are like an alternative couple. Are actually going a couple days early
to really check it out.
Just so I'm not dead from flying in and then doing a gig and coming home.
You should check it out, though. When's the next time you're going to be in Australia?
Yeah. If I didn't have off radio, I wouldn't. But I mean, we do so.
Right. Yeah, we have the last of our summer vacation. It's been kind of. We took a lot of time off this summer.
Yeah, it's been stretched over. It's been broken up, and then we take some more. Right. But I'm actually missing one day that I wouldn't have to miss because you're back for 2 days. One day I had to miss anyway for flying, so I'm taking one extra day.
Yeah, it's fine. You should do that.
What cities?
Just Melbourne and Sydney.
Oh, nice. Melbourne. I don't know what that was.
Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah, they call it Melbourne.
Yeah.
Melbourne. How are ticket sales? Is it a comedy festival? Know. What's going on there?
It's just for laughs there. I'm thinking it'll be pretty good, but I don't know. I haven't checked any ticket sales. I'm shooting a special in October in D.C. I don't know if it's selling. I'm hoping so.
Of course it's selling.
I don't think you're fine.
If you want to come see me, I have
Washington,
2 shows.
D.C., of course it's
That's
selling.
a good market for the show.
Lincoln Theater, October 7th, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
2 shows as you tape your next special. That's huge. Of course it's selling.
I hope so.
I believe that's where Chappelle did Killing Him Softly.
You know, it's funny. I saw him at the Cellar. This was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he asked me about that DC special. He said, "You used Lincoln?" And I think he said he shot something there. I shot Monster Rain there.
Oh, okay.
About 10 and
That's 2007.
2007, 9 years ago. Wow. Oh my goodness. That crowd was awesome. I remember that. We signed a lot of shit and took a lot of pictures after that show. It was pretty neat. So you can't do it. You can't see any of these cities.
I mean, I hope. I will see when she comes in.
Is it the first time for you in these cities? Dublin,
never been. Amsterdam, never been. I think we're going somewhere in Scotland. I've been to Scotland, but it was like I was in college. I was a drunk mess. I didn't see much, so I want to see all of it.
Isn't that the best way to see Scotland?
I guess,
a drunk
but
mess?
I don't remember any of it. I didn't take any pictures. I just ran around. I tried to get laid. I just drank. You can drink beer out of a 2-liter bottle, like a squishy bottle, and I just would get a bunch of those and just drink. I woke up in a girl's dorm in college. I remember I pissed myself. It was a whole thing.
Wait, in college? This recently?
Well, you know, I'm 32 now, so it was probably 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. I think you meant like recently you went over there and you fucked a college girl.
Oh, no. Okay. I was in college, and I woke up. I hooked up with some girl in a nightclub. We went back to her dorm room, and I woke up in her dorm room, and I pissed her bed, and she kicked me out, and I was like, come on, I don't know where to go, and all her friends were like, get the fuck out of here, we hate you. So.
I forgot you piss your beds every once in a while.
When I would get blacked out, I would wet the bed.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you told us that.
I pissed my bed recently.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I pissed my bed within the last 3 weeks. I woke up. I just had a dream that I was in a pool pissing, or wherever I was whizzing, and I woke up and I was soiling my bed.
How is that possible?
I'm a weird sleeper, so once in a while I think I get it when I'm in like that deep. I love when I do that because that means like I really slept.
You love peeing your bed.
It's so rare, but it meant that I slept really heavy.
That's true. You're sleeping so heavy your body doesn't know to get up.
I fucking can't do that.
I was so happy.
I wake up with a piss hard on, and then I got to walk to the bathroom and do that positioning.
To
bend down.
Aim it right up towards the mouth, I understand.
Sometimes you say fuck it and just go right in the shower.
Oh, yeah. Sink, too. Sink works.
Instead of putting your hands on the wall like you're being frisked and seeing how far you could put your feet backwards to get the angle right.
A shower's better.
As every once in a while, you're like, fuck it, let's just do the shower, right?
Yeah. But yeah, peeing on a lady. You ever peed on a lady on accident?
Not. It wasn't a mistake.
It was on purpose. Jimmy's no rookie.
Yeah.
Oh man, waking up next to a woman you've already not satisfied in the bedroom, and then have urine everywhere. Oh, it's the worst feeling. And you're like, this is the beginning of my day.
If it's a drunk thing, I can see it being embarrassing. Like that.
Oh, it's the worst.
No, I got to keep my urine to myself.
Yeah, you got to do the whole like, all right, I'm sorry, get up, and you're like ripping the sheets off, and she's like standing there with her arms crossed, shivering. It's the worst.
Shivering.
She's like, why do you do this? I don't do it on purpose.
Sorry, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Goes back to my childhood. Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys are mentioned in the Amy Schumer book.
Felt pretty good. Did you get a free book?
I got a couple because I had asked. I knew we were interviewing her here, and I interviewed her for the UFC podcast. So I asked for one just so I could have a. And they sent a couple. None came, and then they sent two, and then they sent two more. Now it's like I'm like enough books.
Right. I really liked the book a lot. I finished it on the way in today, and I like the fact that she's very unguarded in this book. She just let it out. Good for her.
Yeah.
Because she's on that level of celebrity that, you have people around you that kind of advise you to maybe not just let it all out like that.
Anything that, might get her in a little hot water? Sex stuff, molested, shit like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
There's a chapter called Worst Night of My Life.
Oh, with the college guy?
I want to punch Dan in his fucking face for Amy Schumer. She'll understand that. Dan sounds like a terrible person.
All right.
And then the story about how she lost her virginity is not too pretty either.
Oh, yeah.
That's not pretty.
That. She read that at some feminist rally, and it got like a huge ovation.
Really?
Yeah.
And then, she's being pretty damn brave taking on the gun issue.
Yeah.
That polarizes people. There's a chapter on that in the book. I thought that's beyond brave because as soon as you talk about guns or Trump or Hillary, you lose half the fucking people. They don't even want to listen to you. And now they hate your fucking guts all of a sudden.
She's got balls with that gun stand. I've seen her do that all over the country, and some arenas are just like she's killing for 45 minutes, then she brings up the gun stuff, and they're just arms folded,
right?
And then she closes, and then I started doing an MSG, and it was like, yeah, like they're all behind her.
Is there jokes in there?
Oh, it's full of jokes.
Full
it's
of
great.
jokes and a little seriousness as well.
Yeah, it's still got a message, but you can see some people, and she makes a joke about that. She'll be like, I can tell you guys are pissed right now, and that gets a laugh, you know?
Right. I think it's ballsy.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's a tough topic to bring to people's attention. They just don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear from the other side whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's people listening right now just pissed.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I agree. But, I mean, Aunt Coulter made a pretty good point yesterday. I'm more scared of, like, cars than guns in this country. I was driving yesterday. This lady almost plowed right into the side of my car, and of course, she's just texting.
Oh,
We're
wow.
looking at her fucking phone and just veered all the way to the left. I had to make a move. I'm like, seriously?
Damn.
Yeah, that texting and driving is scary.
Very
as
frightening.
Fuck.
Well, that's why with this whole automatic, that will be a thing of the past eventually because of the automatic cars.
That's true.
If they're already starting with Uber, within a few years, we won't have to worry about that anymore.
Well, yeah. What I'm worried about is texting and shooting. All right. Ooh.
I took a second. I'm like, because
I like the pause we gave you there.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, we talked about yesterday the Uber self-driving cars hitting Pittsburgh like really soon.
Pittsburgh
in September.
Weird place to
September.
start.
I don't understand, but they did say there's going to be a driver for a little while.
Just to get used to it and supervise and make sure it's not bedlam.
I know the Google car has been doing it and stuff. I just can't wrap my head around cars just driving around without drivers. I still can't I don't understand that yet.
Yeah, it's weird.
I know it has all sorts of sensors and whatnot, but I don't know. It seems to be a major liability for, insurance companies and whatnot. And then who do you blame if it's in an accident?
Well, what if you say pull? Well, I bet you when you sign up for whatever service it is, but there'll be a way to insure it. But I bet if you say pull over here, will it pull over? Will there always be a driver to supervise so you can say, I got to change my stop. Let's go here instead. Maybe there's a way to do that. I don't know.
I don't know how it's going to work. It just seems like are we really totally ready for that?
I don't get. I have so many questions. Yeah, if you say pull over here and there's a car there, will it just pull over into the car?
No, because it has the sensors.
Yeah, it'll probably be safer than people. I mean, machines make a lot less mistakes than people. Most fucking plane crashes are pilot error. Not all of them, but most.
But yeah, a big I would say majority of them. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
In this day and age?
The rest are women. Joking. That was a great Geraldo joke. It's like when you come onto a plane and you see a woman pilot, you're like, well, it's a big piece of machinery, Buttercup.
Yeah, so no, her book is very unguarded and smart and very funny as well, so good for her.
Yeah.
She could have written just a fluff book easily. Right?
Yeah, she's a mess. She gets everything done. She's been writing this book for years, and after a while, I was like, I guess that book kind of fell through, and then boom, the movie, the book, the show, the stand-up.
You were saying before the show that you were in her presence when she was kind of writing the book.
Yeah, she would talk into a recorder, as then that would eventually became some chapter.
Right.
She was always working on it.
For the people that don't know, Mark is touring with Amy Schumer a lot.
He's her fiance.
Yeah, a lot.
For years now.
And that's got to be crazy going in front of those huge crowds.
It's crazy. We're doing the Garden again in October.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty pumped about that. I get to be like, it's old hat.
Did you get laid after the last one?
I did. I banged a girl in her kitchen. It's pretty wild. In the East Village. Yeah, something about the kitchen. She had a big mirror. It was great. She had her hands on the stove. They weren't on. But yeah, it was hot.
I like Mark Norman.
Hey, it's good to be alive.
You bring me back to when I was your age.
Oh, yeah?
The things that get you excited. Like, not only did I bang her, I banged her in the kitchen.
Yes, something fun about the kitchen.
You bring me back to the things I thought I would do in comedy.
But come on, you're fucking headlining in Australia. That's super cool. What are you, on your 5th special?
Yeah, but I still want to get laid in someone's kitchen. I still want to fuck a girl grabbing the stove.
Did she bend over the counter for you, holding onto the counter?
Bent over the whole thing, yeah. It was
Did
hot.
she want it in the kitchen?
We were on the way to the bedroom, and it just happened. And the kitchen was right there, and there's a counter there, and boom.
Like a fucking movie. Did you push her up against a wall in a hallway?
Yes, the whole thing.
All right.
I remember
good for you.
throwing her against the wall. I've heard that women like it being thrown around.
You should check that first, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Always have a confirmation before making that move.
But you give it a push, and you're like, all right, let me see how she takes this, and if she's into it, I'll push more.
Yeah.
But I pushed her against the wall, and I remember her head hit the chain lock, and the chain was dangling.
Oh,
we were going at it. It was like a who's that director who did Fatal Attraction?
I don't know who directed that.
That guy. He's a real sexy director.
Yeah. And then you leave her apartment. She's got a bump on her head.
Probably.
Yeah.
But a good bump.
But she enjoyed it. Adrian Lyne?
Yeah.
Adrian Lyne, I guess, right?
Yeah, he did a couple of flicks.
What other flicks did he do?
They were all steamy.
No, all steamy.
Yeah.
A couple of... Jacob's Ladder?
Ah, shit.
Oh, he did do Lolita, Indecent Proposal.
Well, yeah. Flashdance, Unfaithful. He knows how to get laid, that guy.
You didn't like Jacob's Ladder?
Well,
no, but it wasn't sexy.
Yeah. Well, of course.
For the right person, I guess.
Did he die?
I think.
Did he?
No, he's 75. Why has he directed in 14 years?
Yeah, maybe he's outcast.
Maybe he just finally had it. Let's look at the let's see. He did Backroads. I don't remember that doing well. Maybe
that was announced. Is that out yet even or no? It's just announced?
Oh,
Foxes.
It was Unknown Status. Oh boy.
Foxes with Jodie Foster. That's a movie from the that says 1980 where I don't know if she played a hooker or just a young hot pardon me, a young hot girl.
Right.
I remember that, but I remember the ad for that on the movie channel. When I was a kid, they would show the movie channel with HBO Cinemax and the movie channel.
Yeah.
And this was one of the ones that they were. Scott Baio?
Yes, it is.
Looks like a young Scott Baio.
Man, he had a good run, huh?
He did 9.5 weeks too.
Yeah, I think so.
That was pretty sexy.
That's what I'm saying. This guy kept it sexy.
That was sexy. Jacob's Ladder. I think Louis Black was in that.
What?
I think Louis Black.
He played the ladder salesman.
Could you look it up?
You're never going to reach those top shelves. Dumb fingers.
How do I remember that? He was Jacob's doctor in Jacob's Ladder. Louis Black.
Wow.
How's that for a pull today, boys?
That's pretty. I didn't even know that.
I don't even think he had a big scene.
Was that pre-Daily Show?
Oh my God, it's 1990-ish.
Oh shit, yeah.
So
wow.
It's like 26 years ago, right?
I really want to see that.
Yeah, Louis Black was in Jacob's Ladder for a moment or two.
I never saw Jacob's Ladder.
Stanley Aiello.
Yeah. Boy.
It's all pain.
Is that Tim Robbins?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Robbins.
Straighten out your head.
I remember liking this movie. I don't know.
What's the premise?
I don't even remember.
The guy's got a light bulb that needs fixing. And Jacob's neighbor is notoriously cheap with anything that we get it, Jim. Boom. Nowhere to go.
I honestly don't remember what the movie was about.
I don't either. I know there was a scary thing that his head would shake.
Right.
Remember his head would shake really crazy, and that was kind of freakish.
Give me the synopsis there, Paul. The film's protagonist, Jacob, is a Vietnam veteran whose experiences prior to and during the war result in strange, fragmentary flashbacks and bizarre hallucinations that continue to haunt him. As his ordeal worsens, Jacob desperately attempts to figure out the truth.
All right, so he's a non-vet who's a little nutty.
A little nutty, yeah.
That's cool.
That's all right.
He was very good in that, Tim Robbins. I think that was Tim Robbins' big break.
Is it?
Really?
I think, was there anything, what was before that? I don't really know, but I thought that was a big break for him.
He was in a couple.
In fact, I just said big break like my fucking aunt. He got exposure. I should be shot.
We all got excited when you said that.
I was pumped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. St. Elsewhere, Hard Class, Little McCormick. That's always a big break for people. Hill Street Blues. Remember Hill Street Blues?
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham was his big break.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Top Gun.
That was 88.
Small part in Top Gun.
What was he in Top Gun?
I don't know, but was he? What did he do in Bull Durham? He might have had a small part. I don't remember. That was Kevin Costner.
He was the second lead.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah, he was big.
I just don't remember.
Twister.
He was in Twister.
That's the shitty Twister. Yeah. That's not the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the dance.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Jungle Fever.
Remember in the 90s there was that string of movie that was just like super sad. There was Lorenzo's Oil, and then there was what was that other one?
What was it about
My
Lorenzo?
Left Foot?
Yes.
There was just a string of like, holy moly.
Yeah, that was a big. The My Left Foot was about. Was it Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's another movie I never saw.
It was good.
I don't think I saw it.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it was half good.
The right side was good.
Lorenzo's Oil. Nick Nolte and Susan Sarandon. What was that about?
Their kid got sick
or something.
And there was no cure, but they found the oil. And Lorenzo's Oil, the kid's name's Lorenzo, and it cures him, or I don't know. Something.
They figured out his own cure, or something like that. I remember thinking, I don't want to see this shit.
Which kind of gives it away in the title, by the way.
Don't give the ending away.
Do you like the tagline?
What's the tagline?
Some people make their own
miracle.
No, it's terrible. Some people make their own miracles.
Yikes.
Yay.
It's funny, that's exactly what I yell as I'm coming. Nick Nolte's done some bad movie posters. I Love Trouble is notoriously, with Julia Roberts, I think one of the worst movie posters ever.
Let's see it.
And we've talked about it before, but Nick Nolte, that's a terrible fucking...
Oh, that is bad. That's cheesy.
Isn't that? He's smiling at her. She's like, ooh, which one of you is Trouble? It's really fucking awful.
It looks like
Trouble.
like an SNL movie, you know?
Yeah.
In real life, I Love Trouble it wouldn't look like that poster.
No, not at all.
No. It's just a guy in cuffs going, sorry.
Yeah.
Or the woman would be just staring out into the distance, not focusing her eyes.
Yeah, right. Cum on her mouth.
We've all had a few of those, right, Marky? Yeah, give me those ribs.
In the kitchen.
I gotta say, yesterday's show with Ann Coulter was awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty amazed that she really believed the Trump thing yesterday.
Yeah,
but then I checked Twitter as well, and people were like, oh, Ann was, right on about it, and Jimmy wasn't. There was mostly Jimmy and Ann going at it about that. I can't believe she thinks it was different.
Yeah, I was surprised she took it that way too. But I like Ann. I just on that one we didn't agree, and I actually still. If I had to vote today, I'd probably still go with Trump.
Yeah.
But I was voicing things that annoy me about him that make it hard. And to me, you don't serve Trump well by pretending that he's not doing what he's doing. I have to see what he's doing and then go, okay, am I all right with that?
Yeah.
But maybe she just doesn't see it that way.
I like having her on the show, definitely.
I do too.
She gets the people talking. But the clip where he's like, you're making fun of the Time reporter, New York Times reporter. She's saying that Trump wasn't mocking his bad right arm. And we're like, he absolutely was.
Well, that's all he was doing.
She went, what? He was just going spastic full retard.
She said spastic retard she's like, that guy's not a spastic retard. But it's like when you tease people, you don't tease them that literally or accurately.
Yeah.
You're not thinking, you know what I mean? That'd be like if I was making fun of Mark and I was like, look at me, and I'm doing the left-handed jerk-off thing, and you went, no, he's a righty.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's not, we all know when someone's making fun of someone. So now I believe that he was making fun of him. I'm not okay, now how do I feel about that? Am I okay with it or am I not?
I don't even think he was trying to do a retard voice. I really don't.
No,
he was just mocking this New York Times reporter because, that guy pissed off Trump. And I was thinking, and I thought about it more after the show, is it just a guy's thing? When you're mad at somebody, you find that one little fucking thing, their one little flaw, and you expose it in a fight, right?
The N-word.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they're white. It really throws them off.
And I'm wondering
of course, you're balding, you're fat, you're whatever.
Whatever
you're
it is,
short.
you find that thing, and that's what Trump was doing. He's like, he's got a bad right arm. I'm gonna mimic him being excited, like, I don't know what I was saying, and moving that arm, because that's how that arm would move if you're agitated. She did not see it that way. She even got up and was pointing at the screen, trying to show us that it wasn't that.
But that's what sucks about her, is that you can't tell if she's lying or full of shit, or if she's stupid. Like, are you just trying to help your career here, or you actually believe that?
She's definitely not stupid, and
she's definitely not stupid.
A big part of her, I think, is she's an attorney. So she's really smart, and I think that maybe she believes it.
Yeah.
But I think once you're in an argument, it's hard for me. It's hard for anyone to back out and go, yeah, all right. Like it's like all of a sudden then you double down.
Yeah.
You're stuck in it.
But I can't speak for her. Maybe she actually saw that way.
Is there a lot of people that really believe that he wasn't mocking the fact the guy has a bad right arm?
I think people, to acknowledge that he's doing that, are like, okay, now. Well, it's almost like nobody wants to admit the shit about their candidate.
Right. But I think if, people with handicaps and stuff, they want to be treated as equals and stuff. And so, like, I don't even have a problem that Trump had a problem with this guy and decided to do that.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because that's how he would look if he was agitated.
Right.
Because his right arm is a bit on the bent side.
And then she was saying how the reporter deserved it because he was like, all that I wasn't debating. Like, I'm sure, whatever. He's a member of the media, so I'm sure he did something annoying.
All bets are off in a way.
Yeah.
And all bets are off sort of when you're really agitated and pissed off at somebody.
Yeah.
It gets a little ugly. But then my point is, I was wondering if women do that when they're fighting.
Oh, yeah.
They find that one thing
Totally.
about the other person.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think they're more vicious than us.
I think they're more vicious than us, but I mean, will they find that one flaw in a fight and expose it?
I think they'll find that one physical flaw, you know?
Yeah.
Or they'll go like, and that's why you fuck your aunt, you know, or whatever.
Sure. And that's your uncle yelling at them.
Yeah. They'll find that one thing that they only know about that you shouldn't have told them.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys are just like, boo. But I think women are like, that's why you're fat, you cunt.
Right, okay. There's a video of that exchange we tweeted out a bunch of times. Go find it.
Yeah,
in
some
all the usual
people
places.
Some people thought that she was right. Some people thought that I was right. But that's kind of the point of the whole thing. Is it's polarizing. People see the same thing two exact opposite ways. You're never gonna. You know, you become like annoyed because you're like, how can they not see it my way? And that's kind of how it is with everything we argue, whether it's guns or sex being legalized or, you know, whatever. It's like,
I try to see the other side at times, but then I feel like it's so obvious that it's not that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially with the Trump thing we just discussed. I was like, I just don't see it another way. And then I was trying to see it her way through the exchange, and then after the show, I'm like, no, man. He was just mocking the fact that this guy has a bad right arm.
Yeah, of course.
Because the guy, you know, took shots and isn't a big Trump guy, obviously.
Yeah, I think you're right, though, about handicapped people wanting to be treated as equal. Because you ever had a wheelchair guy in the audience? They love being fucked with. No ramps at my show. But yeah, they love being fucked with. They love it. Because, like, everyone's wearing kid gloves around them, eggshells. But if you just go, look at this fucking wheelchair guy, you piece of shit, you're half a man, they're like, ah!
I've done that in the mall. It feels really satisfying.
Orange Julius. You put a broomstick in the spokes.
On the other side, Jimmy Kimmel is trending today because Hillary was on the show last night opening up a jar of, what was it, a jar pickles? Actually, it's a pretty good bit in a way. I mean, Kimmel knows how to get people talking, but now they're all mad at Jimmy Kimmel for doing this. But basically,
mad why?
Because you know,
she's healthy.
He was proving that Hillary's healthy by making her open up a jar of pickles. But then everyone's like, the jar was already loosened for her, and you know,
yeah. There's no winning with people.
But people can't just enjoy it as like it's kind of a clever thing to do, you know. All of a sudden, he breaks out a jar of pickles and has her open it on live TV.
Believe me, the Secret Service checked those pickles out.
Yeah, totally.
Here, go back.
She got it.
Go back to the beginning of this. Let's see how this played out yesterday, because this is all over the place this morning and trending. It's a minute. We can play go back.
By the way, who's she? The Red Baron?
Yeah,
Jesus
her outfits
Christ.
are just hideous.
Looks like a commander on Star Trek.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Speaking of rumors that have gotten started, there's now the new one is that you are unhealthy, that you had a concussion.
Right.
That Rudy Giuliani was on Fox News yesterday and today, and he's saying you seem to be sick, you look tired, etc., etc. Are you in good health?
Well, this has become one of their themes. Here, you take my pulse while I'm talking to you.
Okay.
That's fun.
Make sure I'm alive.
Oh my God, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. Back in October, the National Enquirer said I would be dead in 6 months.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
So with every breath I take, I feel like it's a
You have a new lease on life.
Yeah, a new lease on life.
It's funny,
I don't know why they are saying this. I think on the one hand, it's part of the wacky strategy. Just say all these crazy things, and maybe you can get some people to believe you. On the other hand, it just absolutely makes no sense. And I don't go around questioning Donald Trump's health. I mean, as far as I can tell, he's as healthy as a horse.
Well, his doctor said he had the best health medical examination he's ever seen in a human being.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can you open this jar of pickles? This has not been tampered with. This is...
Oh, she did it. My God.
That's an important victory.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you like that, subscribe to our...
I'm going to vote for her now.
That's an important victory. Pickles are very difficult, notoriously, though.
But there it is. That's what everyone's watching this morning. Her opening up a jar of pickles.
Wish you would get one of those New York Times reporters, then we'll see what really happens.
Put it in Twitter just to see what people said about it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
They're really mad at Jimmy Kimmel.
Half like it, half hate it, right?
Yes, of course. I thought it was just a good, silly, who gives a fuck, not hurting anybody segment.
Right.
I would like to see her medical records, though.
I would too, and his taxes, both of them.
I think if you're going to become the president of the United States, I'd care more about their medical records than their taxes.
Yeah, me too.
I just assume if you're doing some shitty things with your taxes that the government is on that already. But medically, you could hide that shit.
What do you think? She's sick?
I mean, maybe I'm believing the hype on the internet. I don't know. It's been going around.
Well, it's not crazy because she's, 70 years old and there's been these health rumors. It's worth seeing. I think we have the right to see it. If you're going to be commander-in-chief, I have the right to know everything about your fucking body.
Yeah. Everything? You want to know what's everything?
Absolutely.
With Hillary?
Absolutely.
Majora and Menorah.
Yeah. Want to see what color those two things are?
We certainly do. A healthy shade of brown or pink.
A little purple in there.
Oh, yeah.
For lofts. But someone pointed out the fact that every time she's on a stage, there's a stool nearby. And that was trending for a while. What was it called? Hillary's Stools or something like that.
Well, it's like a comic.
And they showed all the times there was a stool nearby or that she was sitting on.
Interesting.
Some kind of stool. And then after that was pointed out on Twitter and was like the #1 trend for a few hours, then the stool went away.
Oh.
Then people noticed that. They're like, see, now she's paranoid, and now she's going to try to do it without the stool.
I don't know if she has a stool.
Like, before that, everyone was saying that, she can't walk up stairs without having to hold onto the railing or both railings. And if she walks across something, somebody's like right there next to her in case she is about to fall.
Right, holding her arm, her arm flab really tightly.
Yeah.
As they get her on the stage. I saw that picture. I saw that.
But she's 70. I mean, I guess, I don't know. You got to be able to walk upstairs when you're 70, but...
Who's her running mate?
What do you mean?
Who's she running with?
Oh, Keen or Keen.
Oh, that's right, Keen. Yes, okay.
Did I say that right?
Keenan Michael Key.
I just forgot, yeah.
Yeah, Keen, right?
Okay.
Kane.
Tim
Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Kane. He was pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You have a horse in this race there, Mark?
Nah, I've never voted once, and I probably never will. Not registered.
You just don't want to be in line somewhere, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it's all...
Waiting in a basement to
nothing really
put your vote in?
I don't know. I have never voted. I don't see any interest in it.
These people have passion, though, for their guy or gal.
It's just a horse race. People get all on board with one horse, and they get all passionate about it.
I think it's ruining friendships. I think it's ruining families to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. Because we all have that one family member that is all about it on Facebook, and then you secretly talk about that person like, oh my God, he's out of his fucking mind.
Right.
He's out of his fucking mind about this Trump or this Hillary thing.
But it's all just hype, and then everything's fake, and you can't trust anybody, and I don't know. I don't get it. I don't want to get involved. I got a life to live here.
I'm kind of with you, with the passion that people show toward their candidate, and then in the end, you go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nothing's really changing for me.
Nothing.
I might have an extra $100 to my name. Great. Because people are really looking for major sweeping changes, and it just doesn't seem to happen.
It doesn't, unless the war happens or something massive.
Yeah. But carry on. I mean, it sure is keeping your blood flowing.
Yeah, right. Did you guys, I don't know if I should bring this up, but.
Well, now you got it, Marky.
Hey, sweetie.
Come on, Mark.
Have you been following this rape gate?
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly don't really know anything about it.
See, I find this way more interesting than, Hillary opening a jar of picks, a couple dills. This is way more fun.
Give me the basics, because I truly don't know.
You know about it, Jim.
I do, yeah.
All right.
I know the players.
Oh, you do?
Well, no, not that one he doesn't. I don't know that guy either.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about?
what happened was there was an improv guy.
Oh, yeah. What I meant by the players was like Kurt Metzger.
Yeah. Right,
that's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know too much, but I know that this guy was accused of sexually assaulting a gal, and so the UCB kicked him out and, said this guy's a rapist, whatever, kicked him out. And so then a bunch of people on Facebook started talking about it, and they were like, "Get this guy, we gotta fuck him up, blah blah blah." And no one knew if it was real yet. It was just like all hearsay. And then a couple comics said, "Go tell the police." And then a couple ladies were like, "Hey, don't tell us what to do, you guys. This is our problem. We're women. The police don't always help." And they're like, "Well, just try it. Try going to the police." And then it became like a fucking man versus women witch hunt thing, and all these girls got on top of any guy who would say call the police, and then just escalated from there. And that's where we're at. That's when Metzger wouldn't back down, basically, and he kept saying fuck you, go to the police, I stand by that, I don't care what. And then he got calling people this, calling people that, and it got a little heated. And, yeah.
Let me ask you, was he saying, I think the problem is when you talk about this stuff, people get crazy. I don't know if he was saying, fuck you, go to the police, to the victims. I think he was talking to, he was really annoyed at that blogger mentality, what he sees the blogger mentality of, hey, I hear something and now I'm just going to crucify this guy without knowing the facts.
Yes, exactly.
I can understand that part of it, certainly.
Yeah, and I think that was what bothered him, but it didn't, when you read it, the first piece of it I read, I didn't know what the context of it was, and it read just angry. So I asked him, why are you, and I think he knows that now. I came at it from the wrong way. Because you got to watch it when you're writing something down and you're just kind of throwing out these posts. You got to know that a lot of times they're not going to be read in a full context.
Sure.
So you kind of want to phrase it a certain way. It's hard, but you have to not react instantly and angrily. Which is fucking difficult.
So what are the women pissed off about in this?
Just that he's trying to mansplaining, he's telling, just do this, and they're like, look, it doesn't always help. But he's like, fuck you, listen to me. It's logic. And then you got to have kid gloves. You can't just say everything. And so they're getting mad at him.
Well, I think that he's actually, I've talked to him a couple of times, and I think that he's talked to some people that he hadn't talked to before, and has a bit of a different perspective.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Kurt's not a PC guy.
No.
He hasn't been pushed or bullied, quote unquote, into feeling a certain way. I think that when you talk to people sometimes, you hear from the other side, you're like, oh, okay. I would
assume a lot of women say that it's not easy to go to.
Yeah,
that's the big thing.
Yeah, I've heard that my entire life. I mean, I certainly would understand that. There's shame and all that associated with it, and it turns out most of them don't come forward.
Right. And he's just saying, but just do it. Just try it. It's going to be hard, but just do it.
Well, UCB, the thing was, I don't think UCB actually went public with it. I don't think UCB threw the guy out and then went public and said, he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
I think what happened was they said to him, whatever they had heard, I don't know exactly what they heard, but they said that we didn't, I'm paraphrasing the story because I really don't know it intimately, but we don't want, you can't come here, we're going to have to ask you not to come. And then I think certain, whether it was female comics or women, they began talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was actually the UCB that talked about it.
I don't think so. The comics outed him on Facebook.
There's just so much to read with it. I'm like, there's some women. I don't know, were they comedians, female comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it made the Daily News and everything.
Yeah, well, the Metzger thing did. Then they tried to bring Schumer down because they connected him to her, and that's annoying.
Right.
I don't know. The whole thing sucks because... Oh, wow, they put a picture of the guy? Holy shit.
Well, then again, was he the one? Oh, the women went for him, and then, I don't know.
That's the guy.
Yeah, he must have responded.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he responded. I heard he responded and then took down his response. I just don't know.
I think that's what happened, yeah.
Right.
But, I get it. You hate Kurt, you're mad at Kurt for what he's saying, blah, 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 but to me, the whole thing of, going after his job. What is that helping? You're mad about his opinion, so you try to get him fired?
That's the world we live in.
Yeah,
that's evil. That's worse than what he's doing. He's just saying his opinion.
Of course it's worse.
But why don't they get shit for that?
People don't see it that way. They see that you did something. I'm just talking in general about social justice warriors. They see you did something shitty, and like, I can't believe what a shitty person you are, and then they wish death on you.
Yes, exactly.
And it's like, well, wishing death on someone is way worse than what this person did initially.
Right.
But for some reason, they're, I guess, all high and mighty and don't see it that way.
Yeah, it's just win-win-win. We gotta crucify this guy.
It's a crazy time we live in.
Yeah.
And you're right. They just go for your fucking job.
And you don't know if certain women did go to the police.
Right.
Like, you know, some of them may have gone to the cops. It's a harder thing to prove. Sometimes it's just your word against their word. And you have to say believe a victim. But then again, you don't want to see a person go to jail who didn't do anything. So then there was a screen cap posted on behalf of women in this community who would like to remain anonymous. It's like I think it's a Facebook group with female comics. I'm obviously not privy to it.
There's a whole group.
And they're like, women came forward, and after the investigation, they mentioned this guy who was permanently banned for raping women in the community over these years. I'm sorry if you were his friend, and this comes as a shock. And then they said, if you were raped or sexually assaulted, and they mention his name and say, would like to talk about it or vent about it. And then they say, he sent this email here, and they use the name of a woman who works at UCB, but she didn't actually post it.
Oh, okay.
That was, I don't think that, I think it's a pretty fair summation, right?
Yeah. So the lesson here is the best way to get exposure is to rape as a comedian.
Well, it's ruining his career. I mean,
what he had of a career, I guess.
But maybe if he's a rapist, he deserves to have his fucking career ruined.
Yeah, sure, of course. I'm not. Yeah, of course, he shouldn't be out there raping.
Yeah, a lot of women don't want to come forward with that stuff.
Yeah,
for many reasons.
Then again, if UCB gets a lot of emails from women, and a couple of them have gone to the cops, and, and the cops are like, okay, what do you? I don't know what the process the cops put you through with that, or what you have to do. Mm-hmm. What is UCB supposed to do? It'd be like, all right, well, 8 people have said that you're assaulting them, or 5 people, or whatever it is.
And Kurt's point is that every single time you should just go to the police.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I just don't think it's as black and white as that, unfortunately.
Yeah, he thinks it is. So. But maybe now he's been talked to. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's talked to some people that he hadn't spoken to before, and again, that's his.
But I don't think Kurt's coming from a mean place either.
No, not at all. I mean,
but I don't see it that way. I know a lot of women. There's shame and like embarrassment, and a lot of times, then you do come forward, and then they don't believe you, and then it's that whole thing plays out.
Here's a screen cap of what the guy said.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can you move it over, Paul, a little bit, or no? So I can read it from the left?
It is this far.
Oh, that's as far? Yeah. I'll read it because we have some that's cut off. He says,
why don't you want to read it from the right, Jimmy?
Because I'm a libtard. Recently, one or more women accused me of sexual misconduct, specifically that I raped them. It might be one woman, it might be 2. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're referring to. However, I know these are serious accusations, and I know they are untrue. UCB, without any hearing, without being told who was making the non-anonymous claims, without my being told the facts, background, or given a single chance to say otherwise, listened to the women and then banned me from their theaters. They brought me in, told me a number of women feel in the past you've raped them, and banned me. Then, after informing the women of this, friends of the women released false press releases pretending to be from UCB. Right, that was that thing we just read. Asking other women to come forward by contacting UCB's counselor if they suffered a similar experience, publicizing the decision that I sexually assaulted women. UCB, to its credit, did not release that statement. It's a result of the internet vigilantes taking a third rail issue and throwing hands, and then he goes on. So, again...
Sounds like he didn't get a fair shake, if that's true.
But I don't know if this is... I don't know. I literally, the first I heard of it, it had already been in motion. I had never heard rumors of it. I don't think, if I've met the guy, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it hit Facebook, and then he was guilty. That was the whole thing.
Right.
So there was never any,
without even looking into
nothing.
it.
Yeah.
I'm always a believer in, when it comes to sexual assault stuff, because it is such a dirty fucking thing, and people are so ashamed of it, and they don't want to talk about it or admit it. I always hate to see the guy's name mentioned until he's convicted. It's almost like it should be up to the victim.
Right.
Like if you say a guy raped you and you're okay with your name being out there, then his name should be out there. But if not, I think that the guy should have to be convicted before his name is mentioned. Then once you're convicted, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, sure.
But that ruins you. That implications of that can really ruin you.
Yeah, look at the Duke Lacrosse. They didn't do it.
Yeah.
But that's still that stigma.
But then again, that was one person accusing. there's multiple.
That's true.
And I'm not saying it can't happen, but when a bunch of different people are saying, yeah, he did this to me, it's kind of hard to think that they're all I can't picture a bunch of female comics just getting together and making up.
Of course, yeah.
You know, it just doesn't.
Something happened.
Yeah.
I mean, more than one. Something happened.
I know enough women stand-ups, you know, none of them ever struck me as the type that would be like, let's say that he, you know.
Right.
They ain't better shit to do than that.
Gotcha. Well, there you go. Now I know.
Something went down.
And did he
I
take
don't know
this
why
down?
I avoided this. I avoided this one for the most part.
It was heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, over the weekend, it was just post after post after post. Angry women, pissed off Metzger. It was crazy.
And meanwhile, the guy is kind of what you know, if you didn't like what Kurt said or you think Kurt's a boober, I will say that, but don't go after his job. I mean, focus on the guy who's, you know, and is there anything true to what was said about him?
And then it's a stretch to bring Amy into it because
She's trying to sell a book over here, and then she's got to deal with this shit?
Right, because Kurt's an amazing writer. We all know that.
Of course.
And I would imagine, whatever.
He deleted it. He also posted and deleted a status announcing the ban and denounced the allegations.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why he deleted that. I don't know what the...
And Kurt's a bit of a feminist, right?
Yeah, I think he just uses the wrong language.
Yeah.
You know?
He has passion.
Yes, and he has good, fun, interesting, colorful words that always piss women off.
Yeah, well, he's from that cult, you know, I mean, he's from these Jehovah's Witnesses. I think he was raised in that thing where he just hates being told to think a certain way.
Right.
And no matter what it is, he seems to go after that very aggressively.
Right.
Right.
He played that part perfectly on Horace and Pete.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Oh, he nailed it.
But I heard he was really good.
He was pretty much himself for Louis.
Yeah.
And
That
Horace
was
and Pete.
super cool on the set. Kurt would be ranting about something between takes, and Louis would be like, yeah, use that. Talk about that.
Wow.
He would just let him go, yeah, because he was so riled up.
A lot of that wasn't written.
Yeah,
Some
a lot of it.
Some of it or whatever. But why was Amy dragged into it?
You know, Amy Schumer writer, Kurt Metzger.
All right.
He keeps saying, it's not my first name. My first name's Kurt, not Amy Schumer writer.
Right.
And so then Amy had to be like, hey, I don't know anything about this. Leave me out of it.
Which I completely believe.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a huge staff. Now she's got to worry about, their backgrounds and everything else they're up to that she would have no idea about.
Also, the show's done.
Right.
So she's like, yeah, this has nothing to do with me.
And she's the bottom line is, pardon me, people want to bring her or anybody else into it because it makes the story bigger.
Yeah.
Or there's more of a shot of getting a result. And they'll throw it at you going, well, you're not saying anything. You must agree. And then they force you. But she's always defended Kurt.
Right.
You know, people get on her and they go, she sold him out. The feminists have been attacking her for years to fire Kurt Metzger. And she always stuck up for him, and she even promoted him as a producer because of his work on the show.
He's that damn good, man.
So she never allowed the stuff that he said to interfere with him working there.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Now I know.
Yeah.
You got it.
The more you know.
But I don't know this group of comics. I don't know who's. They don't tell us who's in there.
Well, I will say, and this is not smart to say, but there's a group of comics, male and female and whatever, black, white, whatever, but there's a group that I feel like they spend more time fighting and like witch hunting and going after comics that do shit they don't like or say shit that they don't like instead of being a comic. It's like, hey, did you move here to be a Facebook warrior? Did you move here to, like, fight everyone on Facebook and have your opinion out there? Or did you move here to fucking write jokes and be a comic?
You guys should be protecting each other.
Yeah, it should be
as comics.
A thing, a community, a group, but there's this weird thing of like, oh, well, nobody likes my act. Well, fuck you. I'm attacking this stance you've taken. That'll be me. That'll be my identity.
I've never, and I believe you, I've never seen comics. I don't think I've never seen that side of it.
I think it's a newer thing because like with the internet and like people just sit on Facebook all day and then you type something off color and they go, you're done. I got you. Fuck you. And you're like, I'm just trying to make a joke. I know you don't agree with it and it's not your cup of jizz, but Jesus Christ.
Right.
This is what you came here for? You're the PC police now?
You guys can't eat your own. That's nuts.
I know, but
you shouldn't say that after jizz. Because yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. All right, Jimmy, you got Buffalo this weekend?
Yeah, man. Thursday through Sunday, I will be at the Helium Comedy Club working out the hour. I'm taping it October 7th, 2 shows in D.C.
You're going up there with a notebook, man?
You know, I won't, but I will. I may have some notes jotted down because I'm playing with the opening of it. No, but I actually am playing with the opening of it, and that's what I've been doing a lot lately. And then I have Sydney in a couple weeks, September 9th, and Melbourne. I'm going out there a few days early. I have Minneapolis and Pittsburgh coming up. I got Toronto coming up, West Nyack, all warming up for this gig October 7th. I'm really feel good about this hour.
Very nice.
And Sweetie Pie?
GH, I'd like to plug something.
Ooh.
You have new T-shirts for sale.
I do, Kenny.
Yeah, they're cool designs. 2 different designs.
It's a designer from Brooklyn who's done some stuff for the Rolling Stones and other...
Ooh.
And then I said Adam Levine, and then people had to say, well, that's a fucking drop-off.
From the Stones?
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I like the
That's actually a good
T-shirts.
shirt.
OpieRadio.com. Trying to get some real designs out there finally.
Kind of retro.
Thank you, Kenny. That should sell about 4 or 5 shirts today.
I'm good like that.
And you also brought us info on Vogue.
Yes, we'll discuss that with Amy Schumer later.
She might have the Vogue.
What's Vogue?
I just want to say that to get people talking.
Oh.
She might have the Vogue.
I think
according
so.
to Club Soda Kenny.
According to Mrs. Club Soda.
Mrs. Club Soda came up with the Vogue.
Yeah, she was watching the Travel Channel about Hawaii and told me about Vogue.
Wow.
Sounds like a blog about Rich Voss.
And Mark Norman, who more than warms up for Amy Schumer. I don't want to just say you're a warm-up for Amy Schumer. That's kind of ridiculous. She loves you, obviously, and you're great. But you're also...
I'm the get-a-drink guy.
You're doing all right on your own as well. But what do we got going on, Mark Norman?
September 1st, Joy Theater in New Orleans. Hometown hero. Come on out to that.
Local boy makes good.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm pretty excited. And then after that, I'm at Stand Up Live in Phoenix, and then I'm back on the Schumer tour, and then I'm doing Comedy Club on State in Madison, Wisconsin, and then Hilarities in Cleveland, all in September. So come on out to that, folks, and say hello.
I got to say, you crushed it with Doug Love's movies while we were taking a break.
That was fun. Thanks.
Doug did one of our shows in the Fishbowl, and it was you and Vic and Justin Long. That was really entertaining.
That was fun. That damn Pipsqueak Long, he beat me.
Yeah, I think
he was cool.
Yeah, we did throw that up on the old YouTube channel, Opie Radio, Doug Loves Movies.
It's on demand, too.
It is on demand. Yeah, I should promote on demand before my dumb YouTube channel. So go get it if you haven't checked it out yet. It's really a really good episode.
It's a funny show. The show's always good.
Right.
Henley was great. Good times.
Good times. You know what? Go to the YouTube channel, because then you get the visual. Look, you get Mark in a hoodie just sitting there all casual, waiting to hit him with a good line.
There you go.
All right.
And the nerds came out. He had people in the crowd. It was amazing.
Yeah, no, Doug's crowd is very, very dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
Did they hand you over some edibles?
No, I couldn't do an edible that early.
I don't think SiriusXM would allow the people to come in with their pot.
Right. But you did. You remember you did one in Gramercy Theater.
I
froze
enjoyed
up.
it. I mean,
that was great.
I did just okay. I liked the experience, though. Thanks for pointing that out, Mark.
By the way, pardon me, who's the dope?
Yeah, you were quieter than Amy Schumer at a rape trial.
Jesus, Mark.
What the fuck?
Damn it.
You already hammer-fisted me. Now you want to kick me in the nuts?
No, I'm sorry, but the UFC rape issue, who put that on the fucking pad data?
I did.
UFC rape issue?
Oh, whoops.
What does that mean?
What the fuck?
Oh, UFC, UCB. Dyslexia.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Someone's still in Suplex City. You wrote UFC
that's hilarious.
Rape issue?
Oh, man.
That's good. I mean, that's not. No company would mind that.
It was an accident.
I know. I assume it was an accident, but.
All right, we can at least clear it up and say the UFC has no rape issues.
Thank you for pointing that out on Twitter. I was getting that. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, there's no issues with the UFC.
No, he just can't put the letters together.
He's just a
Here's
little.
a few letters. DOPE.
He's just a little boy living in Suplex City.
You guys hear about that McGregor KFC fight?
Speaking of Suplex City, there's a couple things going on. Did Chris Jericho and Brock Lesnar really go at it backstage?
That's the word. Vince and Triple H had to get involved.
And that wasn't some dumb fake thing?
No, it turns out that the Lesnar busting open Randy Orton was a work, but nobody else knew about it. So when the match was over, Jericho came running over to what they call the gorilla position, which is the area right before they go out on the stage, and was trying to find out, he's friends with Orton, if Orton was okay, because he was bleeding really badly. And one of the producers there wouldn't answer Jericho's questions, and Jericho started saying, "This is bullshit, why can't you give me an answer?" And it was right at the time when Lesnar was walking back in from the stage and thought Jericho was talking about him, so they had words. And Vince finally had to tell Jericho that, no, it was a work, that, you know, you need to act more professional. And Triple H said, no, he was defending and standing up for himself when Lesnar started, pushing on him and everything. So it was a work, but only a few people knew. But Jericho had a genuine concern over all the blood and everything from Randy Orton, and it just turned into a fight out of nowhere.
Jericho has balls to get in Brock Lesnar's face.
What a maniac.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
I know Jericho is a big, he could handle himself, but wow. And so that was, so they wanted him to be busted wide open like that at SummerSlam?
That's what we found out yesterday. He did.
Because they haven't had blood, like you guys mentioned yesterday, a long time.
Right, because they're PG.
Right.
And what was legitimate is he had 10 staples put in his head because of the gash that he got.
I don't think Orton agreed to that type of injury. He probably said, "Yeah, you could cut me open a little bit, but to the point of having 10 staples, that's extreme, right?"
Yeah.
Somebody's saying we got to go to this. Oh shit! I lost it. There's
That's nice language.
Yeah, why are you saying shit?
We got to go to this clip online about a bully fighting a woman on the train.
Did they give you a link?
No link. Damn it.
Send the link.
Send the link.
Send the link. We'll figure it out after the break because we got to eat now.
Yes, we do.
Michael Soares, send the link. All right.
Michael Soares?
I hope that's a made-up name.
Yeah, you'd hope.
Is that his made-up name?
That's a rough name.
Michael Soares.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be it. Bully gone wrong.
Should we say it? Should we tease it?
Ooh.
This isn't the slap.
That's a long one.
This isn't the famous Subway slap video.
No, that's different.
That is the most. You've seen that.
The guy with the 8-ball jacket.
The 8-ball jacket guy?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
That's the best video ever.
I do love an 8-ball jacket.
Can we go for a couple more minutes? Because then it'll time out perfectly with Steve Aoki. Why don't we do that?
Oh, yeah.
Send the link.
Right. Well, here's the 8-ball jacket.
No!
They took it out.
They took it down.
Back off.
Ah, shit. This is unbelievable. Can you find a copy of it?
Is it, oh shit.
And then you got to find the Mark Norman one. Should we just break? Now we're all over the place.
Yes.
201. That's, damn.
Time to confirm your age.
Yeah, just confirm your age.
Come on, young Paul.
How old are you, Paul?
All right, hold on. We gotta confirm an age here, and then we'll play this for Mark Norman. This is the slap.
What is you talking about, like, nigga?
There's the scared Jew leaving.
Trying to make it all casual. Like, he needs to be on the other side
West
of the car.
4th. You can see what that is.
Oh, yeah. What are we on, the F? That guy's big.
Just making fun of everything he's wearing. His 8-ball jacket and his shoes. And
get your money up. That's done. All right? You want no shoes? I got to wear that Steve Adams one.
Nobody wears Steve Madden no more.
Oh, nobody wears Steve Madden no more. Holy shit. Jesus.
She comes over and slaps it. What a cunt.
Damn.
slaps the camera out of the guy's hand that's filming it.
Oh.
He slaps the camera again.
I don't do when you get mad.
You sound stupid.
Fucking dirty bitch.
You know me?
Wow, the little guy went after him.
Yeah, of course, some guy has to jump in and rescue.
And then the 8-ball guy just goes nuts.
He's beating up everybody.
Totally right. He's totally right, this guy.
Now she's hitting this stranger. Oh, this 8-ball guy's choking that dude out.
Good.
That guy's huge.
Some guy smiles in the camera. They're all happy.
They're doing their world star hip
He's
hop
still going at it.
pose.
That poor guy's just getting his ass handed to him.
Dude, it's one of the most amazing.
And that was the fight ended. Then the fight just ended.
Yeah.
The big guy backed off.
But she was being all cocky, and then she got mad and spit.
And she hit him with a purse, too, with fucking shoes in it.
He hits the shit out of her.
I don't think she actually spit.
No.
But
see, she's one of these women that will think she can just hit men and not get hit back.
Right.
And she had smacked the camera a couple of times.
Yep.
And then the guy just said something to her, "You dirty bitch." I love that guy. But no charges were filed against this guy. He didn't get in trouble.
Is that right?
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. He was defending himself.
This was a huge story.
He did nothing wrong. He was trying not to hit her.
About a year ago or so, yeah.
What?
She had shit in her purse and she smashed his head. He has the right, and he slapped her. He didn't even punch her.
He open palmed her.
Yeah.
That slap.
And then these rescuing guys jump in.
That's.
Ooh, you can hear that noise.
And then he just takes on the entire car.
He really does.
Right. But she is like.
But it's amazing how guys jump in on this. They see what happens. They see that she just struck him. And it's not like he's attacking. It's just all these fucking. These men that want to rescue, and they all jump. It really annoyed me. But this guy's an animal. I love him.
Yeah. Man, he is a beast.
Yeah.
But he also knows his own strength because he's not.
He's punching.
Yeah, he's punching there. Never mind.
But he's not choking the guy to death. Like, he literally backed off at the end.
Right. I feel like he's holding back a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him down on the ground now.
It's great.
All right, let's eat.
Yeah, we should take a break. Steve Aoki's coming in. He's got a great documentary that's on Netflix right now called I'll Sleep When I'm Dead.
It's real. I saw a lot of it last night, but I didn't see all because I thought it was in like the hidden Netflix account area. So I'm like looking, I'm texting Roland, I'm emailing Paul, and then Roland's just like, it's on Netflix, stupid. I'm like,
okay. So we'll talk to him after the break.
He's a fascinating guy, man. Really, really interesting guy.
What's the premise?
He's worth a few bucks.
He's one of the most famous DJs in the world, and it's just about this journey he's on to try to get this album out and trying to live up to his father's expectations. It's just a guy who I never knew anything about, and he's just really interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Benihana's son, right?
Yes.
Or the guy that started Benihana.
Holy shit, that's big shoes to fill.
What was his father's name? Rocky, right? Yeah, Rocky Aoki.
Aoki, yeah. Rocky Aoki.
Cool name.
Best name ever, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool
Rocky
name.
Aoki.
Started the old Benihanas.
Damn. That's a cool family.
You guys want to go make out?
Let's make out. And we also have Amy Schumer coming in a little later. So
Never heard of
stay right where you are. With Mark Norman and Steve Aoki will be in here in a minute or two.
Yes.
Promoting his I'll Sleep When I'm Dead documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, and well done.
Yes. I'm getting requests to play videos. Which is so bad on the radio. I understand that.
Yeah.
To a point.
But, boy, they're good. If you watch them with us, folks, it's a blast. It's like you're in the room.
Well, we tweet them out right away, and then you got your phone, and then you can just throw it on and see what we're talking about. That's what I think, anyway. I don't know how right that is, or... It's probably stupid. But my brother-in-law just wrote, did you see this Subway video yet? Lady destroying dude playing pocket pool on Subway.
I did see that.
I saw that.
That was
yeah.
great. It was
That's rough.
Great. By the way, Michael Soares writes, I was referring to the 8-ball jacket dude video, and yes, it's my real name. It's Portuguese, asshole.
Portuguese.
I don't understand going through life with the last name Gay. That one is pretty amazing.
Try having it as a secret lifestyle.
That one you would think right away you'd want to change up, especially while you're going through high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're more understanding with a name like that these days. But when we were growing up, if your last name was Gay, that's a rough few years in school.
Isn't there an NBA player with the last name Gay?
Well, there's a sprinter that was in the Olympics, Tyson Gay.
That's right.
And then I think there might be one in the...
I think it was Tyson. That's who I was thinking.
I think there's a couple. Takes balls to walk around with that last name, no?
I guess, yeah. Used to mean happy.
Yeah. Still can.
Still can. Gay old time Flintstones.
Where's Steve Aoki? Is he blowing us off?
No, I'm sure he'll come.
I'm kidding. Oh, God. All right, we can play this Subway video then.
I've seen this one's pretty fun. It's non-violent.
What do you mean non-violent?
It's all verbal, baby.
Oh, really?
Check it out.
So then it could work on the radio.
Yeah, I think so.
The guy has his hands under his knapsack.
What are you doing?
He's been jerking off.
Oh, my God.
What are you doing? You over here rubbing your dick?
What the fuck are you doing?
That's quite an accusation.
What the fuck are you doing?
He looks so guilty.
Yeah, he does.
Get fucked up on this train.
I would have never known that, though. I would not have caught it.
Shit, you do that shit off the motherfucking train. Do it again, and I'm getting up out this chair, and I'm gonna bust your fucking ass on this train. We understand each other? Do we fucking understand each other? Do some
He's nodding.
shit again, and I'm gonna get up out this chair, and I'm gonna bust your ass. You wanna rub your dick, bitch? Get off the motherfucking train. Do we fucking understand each other? I'm in one of those moods. I will fuck you up on this train. You hear me? I can't hear you. Do you fucking hear me?
Can you pause for 1 second? All I'm thinking is this guy's like,
miss.
He's freaking out.
All he wants, he's nodding like, I understand.
I won't do it again. I won't touch my dick again.
You shut the fuck up. She's just getting louder and louder.
Yeah.
Oh, she is hot under the collar, and his face, when she goes, do you understand me? And his meek head nod is the nod of a man who was indeed jerking off.
Yes.
Look at his head.
I'm gonna bust your fucking ass on this train.
He never denies it.
No, that's how you know he's guilty.
Yeah.
Look at both hands are showing.
He's hiding behind a book bag.
You want to rub your dick, bitch?
Oh, he just wants her to shut up.
Get off the motherfucking train.
He is terrified.
We fucking understand each other. I'm in one of those moods. I will fuck you up on this train. You hear me? I can't hear you. Do you?
There's no way this lady's not a CVS cashier.
You get the fuck up. You hear me? You get your ass the fuck up off this train with that freaky shit. When this train stops, you get the fuck off. Do you understand me? I can't hear you. Say I understand you, miss.
Oh,
we gotta understand.
He's gonna jerk off to this later.
But he's got a WWE. It's a SummerSlam.
I don't
It's a wrestling shirt.
This ain't your stop. You get off this train with that freaky shit. Get up.
Oh,
get the fuck up.
Boy, did she wreck this guy.
Oof. He's walking out with a heart on.
Yeah, he's got the book covering his dick.
He can't wait to get off that fucking train.
Get the fuck off the train.
Wow.
Sitting here rubbing on your penis. Are you serious?
He's definitely a little off. You can tell.
Get the fuck off. I'll beat the shit out of you. You got the right one, honey, because I'm a crazy bitch. Please believe me.
Holy
all
shit.
staring. Good.
Get the fuck off the train.
God, I didn't know Whoopi Goldberg had it in her.
That was so good that she did that, because anyone that jerks off on a train staring at people in this full, you're a fucking creep.
I was all in until what Mark just said. He seems a little off, though.
Well, I mean, still, I don't care if you're off.
No,
you can't
I
be rubbing
know,
it
but
out.
maybe then at that point, like, all right, just get off the fucking train.
If that guy had literally if he was that off, he would have just taken his dick out and went, what's wrong?
Yeah.
But he
Right.
knew he was doing something wrong. He's not that off.
He's
Yeah,
not that off.
Yeah.
He didn't get off.
Good for her, man. She, what's her name? Deanna Carter. That sounds like a woman who would scream at you on a train. Who yelled at that guy jerking off? Deanna Carter. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. We know her very well.
That's how you handle a guy like that. What did she say about it? Is there anything, any more follow-up or no? There's a picture of her.
But the best is just knowing that guy's like, oh my God, please stop. Just stop. Okay.
Say that you understand me. You picked the wrong bitch today.
Doesn't she look exactly like you knew she'd look?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She has exactly the look on her face that you knew she would have.
Yeah.
That was great.
Ooh, I bet Aoki could do a hell of a mix with that.
Where is Steve Aoki? Woman goes off an alleged perv. Oh, it made the paper. And everything.
Fondling himself.
Stuff on the subway.
Damn.
I love that. By the way, here's what I'm looking at. The woman there in the white sneakers looks like she has nice big feet. That's what I got out of this video.
Wow, she does have some
You were
skis.
distracted by her big feet.
Yeah, big fucking creep that I am. I look at the girl's foot size in her white sneakers. I'm like, she looks lovely.
Right. Jimmy likes the big feet.
I do, man. On a girl.
Why? What is about a big foot?
Oh, it's got to be a feminine foot, though. It really does. It's not a masculine thing. It's not like a nice foot. I just like a woman. There's more of it, and it's like, I don't know. There's something creepy about a small foot. It's like childlike. I don't like it.
I like a small foot.
I wouldn't notice if a girl had stumps.
I used to be like that.
I don't give a fuck about feet.
I don't either.
Every once in a while, you'll see a nice shoe. You're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
But in general, I don't look down at feet. I've never paid attention to feet.
Yeah. You notice if it's a crazy bunion corn.
Oh, that, of course.
Yeah,
then it's a freak show. And then you got to look and stare and point and laugh and shit. But
if it's just a basic hoof, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I never got into that foot thing. I don't know why.
I didn't either until recently. I'm just running out of body parts. I mean, I'm just such, I'm such garbage. I'm in such a pit of self-satisfaction. I can't decide. I think I just ran out of things, and I tried it once, and I just liked it. And
also, you have little feet.
Well, yeah, but it's
He's got wide feet.
Yeah, I do. I was creepy box Flintstone feet.
He's got an unusual size.
Got it.
You can't find sneakers.
Oh, okay.
No, but it doesn't really represent. Although once in a while, this girl I know will tell me about how she's going to fuck a guy in front of me and make me worship her feet while she does. Like I'm just going to be sucking her toes while she gets fucked properly. And I'm like, that turns me on.
Was that a bit of a turn on for little Jimmy?
That was such a turn on. And she sent me she's so hot, and she sent me a photo of herself with her feet up in the air.
Right.
Oh.
With the guy in it?
No. She was just doing it, but holy mackerel.
Interesting.
I did one of those surprise shows, and Nikki was in here, Nikki Glaser, because she was
sexy.
She was playing Caroline's.
Yes.
And what she's got going on with her boyfriend.
Really?
I heard part of it. What did she go on?
She's told us before, but she went into more details where she allows him to go out and get new stories.
What?
Because it turns her on.
Holy moly.
She was like, doesn't get jealous at all. He could go and do his thing and come back with the stories, and that's her turn on.
Do you know how fast I would blow that? You know how fast I would ruin that situation with a story?
You come back, I fucked a guy.
Maybe some unsexy story. I would ruin it so fast.
I ate out my cousin. She's like, wait a minute.
Oh, you needed to be there that day. That was the angle no one took in the room.
I would ruin it.
Can you imagine? He comes back with just horrendous story. What would that story be?
It would be so terrible. It would involve my mouth. She'd be like, that's not what I meant.
I let a donkey sit on my face.
Yeah. But he'll go out and, like, I don't know, make out with a girl or whatever, and then come back with the story. And that's one of her turn-ons.
Can he fuck the chick?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does she fuck other people?
I think she said no.
I don't think she does.
So she's like a female cuck.
Said no.
That's a perfect lady.
That's a bit of a cuck, right?
Yeah.
Is being a cuck respected?
You
or
know,
looked,
it is as a woman.
Or looked down upon.
I don't know. I mean, I've never felt a woman. I know certain women that would like to be humiliated like that too. I've talked to girls who are into that. Like they want you to get a girl and fuck the girl over their face, or just humiliate them in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Make me watch you fuck. So yeah, there's something to turn on about some humiliation. There's the foot. There's the foot. Oh, I can't push it on the camera. Hold on. There's cameras in here.
Oh, wow. See, to me, the feet are just in the way. I just see the body.
I don't see feet in this picture.
I know. It's like I see what you want to see.
That is a really sexy picture.
That's a hot lady you got there.
That is a sexy picture.
It's a sexy photo. And
I did not see the feet until the last.
Me neither.
The last glimpse.
That's
of the
all
photo.
I saw. Like, I'll have to have.
Really?
Because I've seen other photos of her with more, that show her body,
right,
more prominently than that. That's with the feet towards the camera.
Yeah.
Like, oh, suck those tootsies.
I can't believe you got that shot of Judy Gold.
Oh, her size 41 boats.
Oh man, those are some big moccasins.
Oh, those are huge.
With her fake knees. That's gotta be sexy.
You could sit in Judy's shoe and worship her feet. They're big feet.
She's got fake knees. She's got new knees.
New knees?
New knees. Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. With
Nom
this Judy
story?
Gold. I think it's time to get her back on. We've rested her enough.
Yeah,
I actually love Judy Gold.
I do too.
Me
I
too.
love her to death. Maybe we'll try to get her in tomorrow or something. It's been a bit. You said feet. You said naked. There was something else.
Nikki Glaser.
Nikki Glaser's.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
That's so cool though. Good for her. Good for the boyfriend.
Exactly.
I wonder what size feet she has. I wonder that because she looks like she probably has like nice size 8.5. That's my guess.
Ooh,
she's got to have big feet.
No, she's a little Jew.
No, but it doesn't matter. She's got like long, limber legs.
She does have long legs.
It's in her first episode of her show.
What?
Where she shows how awkward her feet are and everything.
Oh,
yeah.
There
What's
you
wrong
go.
with her feet?
they're like a little misshapen or something?
Oh, no, I wouldn't care for that. Let me see them.
She's got some clubs.
Oh, no. Does she have fucked up feet?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Is there an actual clip?
You can find the first episode. It's in there.
She looks hot.
Yeah, she looks great on camera.
She's
wow, really funny. But God, her feet.
We're looking for that's her foot.
Oh, that's Nikki's. No.
Good for her.
That's her foot.
Oh my God! What does that look like?
Oh, that's not. It couldn't be her foot.
It looks like
hers.
Delaware. Jesus, that's quite a shape.
Wow, there's so much going on there.
Look at that hook to the right.
I
That's
can't even be
insanity.
friends with her anymore.
No, that's over.
I would swear that's a foot of a 70-year-old woman, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a 70-year-old woman like in a concentration camp.
Yes, like, where did you get those? It looks like she stole those from the Land of the Lost set. You dumb sleaze. All right.
Wait, let's hear what she has to say about her own feet.
Oh, let me rewind it.
This also kind of sucks for me because my foot looks like this.
Ooh.
Okay, easy.
Is that really her foot?
All right, yes, okay. This is my foot.
Wow.
Good God. I am being brave here. I literally would rather you stare at a picture of my open vagina right now. This is so gross.
They really
I have
should
really
pick this
bad
show up
bunions
again.
on both feet.
It
This
got
is my
renewed.
worst one. This is
It
me
did for the third year?
as far as it can go, by the way.
I hope so.
I don't know. I know it gets second.
It should. I did one the second year, and they're waiting to hear. They should really pick
They're still
this up.
waiting.
She's funny,
According
man.
to her.
Yeah,
from
she's
last
great.
week. Push that again.
I need surgery. I have hammer toes, bunions. We can take this down now, by the way. Please take this down.
Why would you put nail polish on it?
I know.
Why would you dress it up?
I know. It's like putting a hat on a Zika head.
I was looking for it.
You don't honk your horn if you drive a shitty car.
Right.
Fuck.
Wow,
Oh,
she
man.
really good. But what a pure comic to just on national television.
Throw your foot up there.
Because, women want to look good. We want to look good. But to put your fucking awful foot up there and go, look at this and laugh at it.
Right.
Well, good for her.
But
She's
she was
great.
standing there looking
Oh,
all
that's
hot
right.
and sexy, so it worked.
Yeah. And then she pulls it out and just drops it on. It's a foot fetish party. I've been to one.
wow.
Let me
That's funny.
Let me hear this clip. We're just waiting for Steve
Aoki. Yeah, he's
Aoki.
checked in.
He is checked in. He'll be in here
Maybe
in a
he's
second.
DJing on the way up playing some. I'm just being
Aoki.
cute.
Not Aoki, you idiot. Aoki.
He's playing
All
some
right.
music in the elevator. I don't know.
Push play on this.
Houston, we have a problem.
That's a guy really into feet, and he's bummed out after he saw her foot.
Cause a little bit of pain?
Yeah. I like rubbing feet to lull them into a false sense of security right before I put things underneath their toenails and stuff.
Whoa.
What do you put underneath their toenails?
You know what,
That's so
dude?
terrible.
Like a sharpened chopstick. That's fun.
And girls like this.
Toothpicks. Yeah, I mean, it takes a level of trust. They have to know that.
Right. Obviously, all these women are consenting.
Sure.
Oh my
Have
God.
you ever had a foot
These are
job?
your people, Jim.
So you've worked at a shoe store, or?
No, literally not a foot job, but
You mean you've had a hand job with a foot?
right.
You in that.
Usually, actually, even like my toes is cool.
Oh,
I don't get that.
Yes.
Does it look like my feet are concocted?
God. I know. Nikki.
This is nice.
Doesn't feel too bad for me either.
No, it feels great. Just the nice soft.
She has nice arches.
They look better now.
Yeah, with a hand covering them.
Would you even notice if I took out a tit right now?
Very nice. Yeah, they should pick up that show.
Oh, she's funny, man.
The clips I've seen, every time I tune in, it's a
Great
definitely,
show.
Definitely some good stuff.
But the
going on
feet
there.
thing, it's weird. Like when you rub a woman's feet, they appreciate it because most guys don't, unless they have a skeeved out. Some girls hate it, but a lot of women love when you really pay attention to their feet. And I don't know what it is about them. I don't feel like I'm a dirty dog boy when I'm kissing them. Like, oh, mother, it's not about that. I don't mind them put on my face while she talks about cuckolding me, but they don't have to.
Yeah, but when you get a massage and they work your feet, it's always
Awesome.
good, right?
Yeah,
always
that's
feels
nice.
good.
I've had my feet sucked by a girl.
See, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, no, but dude, once your foot's in the mouth, you're like, holy mackerel. Holy mackerel, yes.
Aren't you thinking I should have clipped my toenails?
Yes, actually, you are. It's funny. You do think that,
Yeah.
and you also think like, wow, this is an interesting, girl.
Yeah.
You think a few of those things, but yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I pay with WWE Hall of Famer. I pay women to smash my face with their boots, and I love it. Is that Virgil?
No, Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas
likes that, huh?
Damn, it's a big boot.
Is that new?
Good
It's
old-
2012.
Good old Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
He's such a dominant guy, though. He's a big submissive section.
Right.
It doesn't surprise me. But the boot thing, get out of here with that shit. I don't even want brand new shoes on my face. Take
No.
your shoes and don't fuck up my floors.
And leave
Put them over there, madam.
Oof.
Why did you put the cake thing up there? E-Rock's cake thing. E-Rock?
Well, Steve Aoki's big thing is to smash cakes into people's
He cakes
faces.
people, from the stage.
So I was wondering if the...
Did you ever see this video?
No.
We might be going a little too far with our videos today, but...
He's coming now.
He's coming now? All right, we can save it.
Save it.
Fox and Friends had a big cake, and E-Rock went out there.
Stole the cake and smashed it into myself.
Into his own
fun.
face on live TV.
Were you just trying to eat it?
Yeah.
And then gave Hasselbeck the worst high five ever.
Hey!
Almost broke her hand.
A really hard high five.
Oh, that's fun.
So.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that should be your,
You look
your
like
avatar.
Like a juggalo.
That'll be my eulogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a gigolo, a juggalo.
That's great.
He's doing the yes chant.
Yeah.
Oh, she must have been terrified. Oh, is that Guy Fieri or is that E-Rock?
Yeah, it was Guy Fieri.
It was Guy Fieri, and then we had Guy Fieri come up here right after the fact, and then he's like talking about this crazy dude that did the cake thing. We're like, well, he's our guy, and here he is. And it was a whole thing. We'll at least tweet out the video for the people. But where's Steve? Let's do this.
He's coming in, yeah. You might have to wait at the elevator. It's so slow getting up. But this time, because that weird elevator system we have now, that's a bitch, man. It doesn't help. It doesn't expedite anything.
It's like a self-driving car. You just get in the elevator now, and you don't push any buttons anymore.
Yeah.
There you go.
There he is.
What's Fieri like?
Guy Fieri? He's
Yeah.
a nice guy.
All right.
Yeah, he's fine.
I actually like him.
Okay.
I do too.
I like him. I think he gets a bad rap at
Yeah,
times.
he's a good egg.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, man.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Opie, what's up, buddy? Oh, all right. We can do this.
Look at
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to meet you finally. How's your morning going?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Are you don't like being up this early though, right?
I mean, I don't even know what time anything is anymore. You know, I just flew in from Ibiza, so that's like afternoon, right?
I watched part of the documentary. I didn't know it was on Netflix, so I was looking for it, like in this whatever. But I saw a good part of it. It's really good.
Yeah.
And the Ibiza, you have an amazing place out there.
Yeah, we got a
It's like
villa,
a villa.
there that's like right. You can see the Mediterranean Sea and everything. It's
Where is Ibiza?
It's in Spain, right?
yeah, it's an island off of Spain.
Wow.
Thank God. I just kind of guessed. I was hoping I remembered that properly. So you do more gigs probably than anybody a year.
I do a lot of gigs.
Yeah,
I
we
do
did
a lot
like
of
300
gigs.
shows last year.
Last year was 220, but I cracked 300 one calendar year, and that was nonstop.
It's too many.
Relentless.
So you never see your house. You never see your homes.
Yeah, that's true. But I try to be efficient. So when I'm home, I have my studio. I built a studio in my house.
Right.
When I was in LA, I built a studio there. I turned a room into a studio, and then I have a studio in my office in Dimmock in downtown LA, and I have a studio in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I just try to be efficient with my time when I'm home. I'm working
On the road. Do you pick out some nice hotels to stay in at least?
Yeah. I got my there's some favorites out there.
Yeah,
for sure. And for me, the way I judge a hotel is by its bed.
It's all about the bed.
Not the bed, the mattress.
And the pillows.
Yeah, the pillows, mattress. I'm like, those are like that, and the water pressure from
yes,
the shower.
I've become such a hotel diva. Like I really, my road manager has to check it out and make sure that it's not owned by this certain company where the sheets itch. I have very delicate skin, obviously, and it's amazing how you can be about hotels when you're on the road.
I was in a city with Jimmy for one of his gigs, and I was visiting friends, whatever. And we were at the same hotel. It was really nice. And then the next morning, I'm like, where did Jimmy go? Oh, he couldn't handle the sheets, so in the middle of the night, he went to another hotel.
It was one of those. It was like a spa hotel,
right?
But their sheets itched, so I went to a fucking Holiday Inn Express because they use the detergent that I like. Like you get crazy.
That's how nuts he gets.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. It was driving me nuts. It was itching. I'm like, where did he go?
You
in
can't
the middle
sleep.
of the night?
You got to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, some of these hotels dress it up with all these fancy things, but if the bed sucks, the bed sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you're on planes all the time. I was watching in the documentary. They show a lot of shots. You just you look almost dead. You're just like laying back with your mouth open, catching sleep wherever you can.
Oh yeah. The naps are critical. I mean, without the naps, I don't know how I'd survive. Because like, there's no actual bedtime. There's no, okay, I'm gonna get my 5 hours, 6 hours here. You just get it whenever you can.
Yeah.
And especially on the summer touring, we're doing like 2 countries a day.
A day?
If we can,
Wow.
And there's so many different places you can play and so many different festivals, so many different opportunities. So once you get to that position where you have the opportunity to play at all these places, I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Right.
I finally got here. Like, people actually want to see me in Belgium and Italy and then Spain and Portugal and then Norway and, so if like we can do it, we're going to do it.
Well, we were just talking because Mark is doing a little tour with Amy Schumer. He's leaving Wednesday. Do you get to see some of these countries, or are you just in and out and you don't really get to enjoy, let's say Belgium or whatnot?
We try. We definitely have.
Yeah.
We definitely try. I mean, it's hard.
But if you take a day off, you're thinking that's an opportunity to make even more money and all that. So you have to balance that out, I'm thinking.
Yeah, but there's like the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays that you can't really fill.
Right.
And then you're in Mykonos and you're like, oh man, we gotta like explore the island, go on a boat or do something fun.
I was fortunate enough to go to Mykonos and Santorini. Oh, yeah. They are amazing places.
Absolutely.
Are you afraid of it like being taken away? Like, I get scared sometimes if I don't do a set that whatever I've worked for one day they're just going to wake up and discover that I don't belong here and they're going to remove everything from me. So I just keep working.
Absolutely.
I just keep working. It's a fear.
Yeah. Oh, that's apparent because I mean, I've seen it just by being in the game long enough where there's artists where I looked up to that you didn't think would just fade away and then they're gone. And you're like, what happened to this artist that was the most influential of that period of time? And you ask some fans in the crowd, and they're like, who? Like,
wow.
And you're like, are you serious? Like,
yeah.
So, and that happens. Like, I think the longer you stay in the game, you realize that, like, the truth in that, where you really have to reinvent your wheel. You really have to stay current. And sometimes, and you're, whatever you're doing has to be connected to people because they can easily go over people's heads and they just don't get it anymore.
And what's the line between that and then like staying current and staying obsessively working and burning out? There's like a weird balance, so you don't want to burn out either. It's like, how do I balance this where I live and still
enjoy it?
Fade away. Yeah.
You certainly want to try to enjoy it as well.
Right. I think that's the main point is that, I mean, the way I see it is if I do all these shows and I'm playing in front of all these different crowds, if you look at it in like a macro aspect, then I think it's easier to get jaded because you don't see like the detail, the finer lines.
Right.
But when you actually go in, you actually see a fan that's like crying, or you meet a kid that's like, yo, I almost killed myself, but your music brought me to a better place. That brings you into like the soul of what you're doing, and it brings you back to the why you do what you do.
Yeah.
And then I try to remember those moments as much as possible, and try to meet the people that make it, that enrich the whole experience. And then you're like, I could do this every day.
Yeah, right.
I have just the opposite effect. Usually people are upset because of what I've done.
Jimmy's got to go to a lot of funerals.
Yeah, my apologies. Apologize.
What I find very interesting about you, Steve, is that you didn't get any help from your dad. I think I assumed over the years, like, oh, his dad must have gave him a nice, healthy start here, but you made it on your own for real.
My dad's is part of the tough love game, and I think that's a very Japanese ethic. It's I speak with other kids that are raised in the Japanese traditional manners. It's like the dads are always really the patriarch. They're tough love, and I have a feeling like that if I was spoiled in the financial senses of the word, then I definitely wouldn't be, I wouldn't understand, the term struggle. I could have easily just taken handouts and then, who knows where I would be. But I was definitely spoiled in the aspect of life experiences. I can't deny that. Like, if every time he took us on a trip, I got to see so much interesting stuff and got to just be vicariously live through his adventures.
Right.
And I mean, that's something that you could dream of as a kid.
Right.
Did he see you get to, because it seems like you really, really idolize your dad and you look up to him. Did he get to see how successful you became, or did he see the beginnings of that?
Yeah, the most important part for me was that he did see it to a point where I was on my own and I actually paid off my debts and I was financially living off my own money. And for a long time I wasn't. I was in debt, and at one point in time I wasn't even crashing at his house anymore because I was crashing at like couches because I couldn't stay there anymore. And
did they say that, or you didn't want to?
It got a bit complicated with his last marriage. That I just was difficult for me to stay at the house. But when I was like, hey, I could afford my own hotel room now.
Yeah.
I'm paying for everything on my own. Like, it's, once, like, it's just like any parent, it's like you want to make sure your kids are financially stable. And that's all he cared about. Was like, listen, you need to get a job just so you're financially stable and I don't have to worry about you anymore. And, you can come work in the restaurant business or, do something like that. And that's like, you will get like your 50, 60 grand a year. And,
Did you ever work in the restaurants?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a teenager, I worked for my brother because my brother's at a restaurant. He followed my father's footsteps.
Right.
And he was a manager at Benihana's, and I was a kitchen help, like understanding the back end of the business or like the kitchen end of the business.
So you never worked the shrimp in front of everybody?
I did in front of the chefs. I was like, I want to be the youngest chef at Benihana's. 15 or 16, like cutting up shrimp, but I was so awful at it.
Yeah. Your dad was crazy. I mean, he was really an adventurer, man. Like, all that money and all that success, and he kept doing crazy shit. And you describe him in the documentary as fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's exciting. It's like to be able to see that, and as a kid, and you're like, oh, I want to like do that too. I want to be on these adventures and like try all this really interesting stuff. And he's always pushing the boundaries for sure.
He had a hot air balloon. This was interesting because I'm so afraid of heights that he wanted to fly a hot air balloon. What was it, across the Pacific, or from where to where?
From Japan to somewhere in California.
Wow. West Coast. And the balloon went too high and froze.
Whoa.
And they just started falling. I mean, that's just, what a crazy life to lead. It's like, just stay home and enjoy being wealthy.
Opposite of Icarus.
And then what happened to the balloon? You can't leave us hanging.
Somehow it survived, but it was definitely
started
one of those
defrosting on the way down.
Life or death situations where it was like, all right, this is it,
That's when you know you have too much money, though, when you have to start thinking of...
My balloon froze.
Right, thinking of things.
They dumped cameras. That's right. They dumped cameras and weight off the balloon to get it to raise back up after it started to...
Gotcha. Don't they have a flamethrower on there?
Yeah, but I guess it was just the weight, and plus, I don't know, maybe it froze. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know how those balloons work.
Yeah. How'd your dad die? I didn't see that far.
He died of cancer.
Oh, so it's okay.
And the complications from cancer. But he got hepatitis C from a boat accident. And
was there blood transfusion or something?
Exactly. So it was a gnarly boat accident. Boat flipped over. I think his partner died. And then he was found dead. They resuscitated him, brought him to the hospital. This is like late 70s. The blood banks they just never checked the bloods back then. So he got Hep C from that and survived with Hep C for decades.
Wow.
On interferon and all like that kind of dosage of stuff, and then went homeopathic and started changing his system, and then developed cancer. Unfortunately, from changing the way he was doing.
Did the homeopathic hurt? Because you hear everyone says be homeopathic, and a lot of times it's like medicine doesn't stink. Medicine works.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. You live a healthy lifestyle. Plus, when it's like Western medicine, I always think it's surgical. there's a problem, go directly to the issue and fix it. And Eastern medicine is just like, balancing your system so you don't get there. Right. But if you already have the issue, you gotta be surgical about it. You gotta deal with it. So, it's like you have to balance it on both sides, for sure.
Steve Jobs, they said, should have lived. I mean, again, maybe he wouldn't have, but they said he had a fairly curable cancer, and he just tried
alternative
medicine for too long, and then by the time he was ready to do, just chemo or whatever, it was just too late. Mm-hmm. It's like, Jesus, what are you doing, dude?
Oh, gosh.
In your 50s.
Yeah, we kind of needed you a little longer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's the nap secret? Because I always go out and then I'm like, well, I got a 6-hour flight back to New York from L.A. I'll just sleep on the plane. Then I never do.
I have the best eye mask that looks like a bra. So like eye masks are like flat.
Yeah.
They're all flat. So like when you put an eye mask on, it's tight on your head, and it's like the eye mask is actually pushing your eyeballs into your head.
It's uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not comfortable. I have one that's like it's a bra. So you put it over your eyes and it bulges out, looks funny, but I'd say like little things like that. I bring a pillow with me on the plane, a full-size pillow, which is, awkward to carry through the airport.
Not at all. I do that.
I go
right
for
the pillow.
I can't do it.
Crucial. You're
Why?
Against the
I don't know.
The window.
I got a big Hello Kitty pillow.
You fold it up, and then you could get in between the space of the window and the seat.
Well, he's flying private. It's not like he's...
yeah, good point.
He's not in coach on Delta.
Well, I mean, I use private in Europe, but like out here, I'm always flying commercial, and like half the time you're on these small little like quick little planes that are going from, if you're going to Minneapolis or you're going from other city to city, it's not direct flights. It's not like big planes. So you have to just put that pillow up wherever you are. And
how great is the private jet? Come on, let's get into this.
Oh yeah. I mean,
how amazing is it? Mark has done it too. Jimmy
best.
a little bit. Oh, I've never been on a private.
I've done it once. It was wonderful.
It's convenience. The convenience factor alone is incredible because you don't have to wait. Lining up and queuing up through airports. Sometimes you get driven right to the plane, which is, kind of like the epic moment. Like, what? We don't have to, that's
do
it.
anything? Just
and
get
then
on?
they come and they check passports on the plane. That's the convenience factor is insane. And then, plus like my cruise, we travel like 5 people and we have like a 6-seater plane. So we just, everyone's got their own little corner. And then we take over and just fly around.
Are you able to fall asleep? I'm always fascinated with people because I'm such a shit sleeper. Even in a bed, I can't do it. I wake up. Are you able just to doze off on a plane?
I doze off anywhere. I literally doze off at any time. If I need it, I'll just find a corner. I think that's like another part of like the reason why I can travel at the rate that I'm traveling.
Yeah.
And go through different time zones all the time. Is I don't think about like a bedtime. I just think like if I'm tired, this is my time to actually rest.
Right.
And
you take where you can get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you meditate?
Yeah, I try. And I had a throat vocal cord surgery last year, and then that's when I used that time to get better at different things. And then I actually saw a transcendental meditation person. And like got into the habits.
Right.
It's all about habits really, because it's not, it's not difficult, so to speak. It's just, you just have to get in a habit of focusing and practicing.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more into it. I like it.
Yeah, that's good for
quieting the mind.
Yeah.
It's hard to do though. I've tried it. I stink at it. You have to really be able to relax yourself.
I don't think it's easy. I think you got to work at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely it's like, it's a habit thing. You just got to do it over and over again. And then, even when you're trying, it's nice.
Yeah, when you get a good one in, though, Jimmy, it's nice. Just like you said, it's nice.
You just put on your phone like a little, 15 minutes and have an alarm set. And where you're like, okay, these 15 minutes, I'm not going to be bothered by anyone. And then when the alarm comes up, you're like, all right, it doesn't matter what happened.
Yeah.
At least you were sitting there quietly, focusing on one thing,
breathing or whatever.
Yeah, and then it's up, it's done. You go on with your day.
Do you doze off?
Not really.
No.
It's only 15 minutes.
I'm so bad. Like, I can't stop. Like, last night, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to fall asleep, but I'm still trying to, like, wrap up with sexual chats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
you can't have a screen on.
You gotta wrap them up. I love that. I keep wanting to say I gotta go, but then there's other stuff being said. And it's like, well, I can't bail in the middle of this.
Yeah. It's like you're spinning plates. You gotta wrap up multiple ones, Jimmy.
Yeah, you gotta wrap them up. The documentary, by the way, is called "I'll Sleep When I'm Dead." It's a documentary. It's now on Netflix.
That's why a lot of sleep questions. It's right in the title of the documentary.
But it's amazing the schedule. A fucking daytime show in Vegas and then a night show somewhere else. It's like just constant movement, and it's really, really impressive that you're not just doing like one show or two shows on a weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like we were talking about before. I have this opportunity, and you got to take it when you can, because it might not last. You know?
Yeah. In front of all those people, you're just pushing one button, and that's it.
Well, 2, 3, 4, a few more than one. But it is button pressing, and it's like timing, and you're matching beats.
Yeah.
You go from like one of the worst things you could possibly do is train wreck your beats, because the whole place can hear it.
Oh, like, God.
You know, it's probably when you make a bad joke or whatever, and it just doesn't go over, and everyone sits there going, what just happened?
I know. And you hate to let them know there's another hour of this coming. Not going to get any better. But you're an animal on stage. You're screaming and you're throwing cakes at people and you're constantly moving. You're not just standing behind this thing, hitting a button and smiling. Like, you're actually moving and giving a real live show.
You're working it.
Yeah, I mean, the first time where I decided, hey, you know what, I want to do something more than just play music, I was at Coachella. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be playing for all these people, and I want to enhance the overall experience. Right. Like, I'm giving it a musical experience already through my set, but I want to do something where they remember, like, okay, it's because, you know, when you go to a show, it's not just a musical thing. It's you're like feeling the vibes from the crowd. You remember things that are happening on stage. You're watching, you're seeing, it's a sensory experience. So, in 2009, that's when I brought out like a raft or 4 rafts and super soakers and trial and error, different things that worked and things that didn't work.
Yeah.
And the cake was definitely something that worked. You know?
They're telling us you have to go. Aoki said he has other interviews, but it's really great, man. What I've seen of it was so good. Yeah. I'm going to finish watching it today. And I didn't know. I knew you're a huge DJ, but I didn't know a lot about your life. And it's really well done, man. Really good.
Thank you.
And you're friends with Bobby Lee, right? And his brother is.
Bobby Lee's brother?
Yeah.
I don't know Bobby Lee's brother.
Okay. You know Bobby Lee, though?
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's amazing.
I love that guy. He's, last time I saw him, he was, we embraced each other and we took an Instagram photo. that was, he's just a funny dude.
Yeah, Bobby Lee's wild. Yeah, the documentary is on Netflix now.
Yes.
And unfortunately, got to go. We're just getting started. I'll sleep when I'm dead. The documentary on Netflix.
I'm such a dope looking for it last night in the like the account section. I'm like, where is the press screeners? I was like, that's on Netflix, you fucking dunce. I'm like, oh, whoops.
All right, we'll take a break here.
Sure.
Steve Aoki, thank you so much for coming by.
It's really good.
Back with Mark Norman.
Hey.
Just hitting the road with Amy Schumer.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday. What is it again? Dublin,
Amsterdam, and I think Scotland right out of the gate.
Damn, that's fun.
Yeah. Check out my podcast. Listen to all the fun, wacky, sexual romps.
Stories.
International.
Tuesdays with Stories.
Yes. On iTunes.
Good
also
old,
on here.
Joe List, yes.
Yeah.
And Mark and Jimmy's hitting the road. He's Buffalo this weekend.
Yes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I forgot what came after Friday. I have a bunch of gigs.
And then Australia right around the corner. And then all leading up to you filming your 5th special, October 7th in Washington, D.C. at the Lincoln Theater.
Yes.
There you have it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Baton Rouge is underwater, huh?
Yeah, man. My whole, my cousins and aunt and uncle are all out there. They're fucked.
Why the fuck didn't it get more coverage? Probably because of the Olympics?
I guess.
It seems like people are finally catching up and going, holy fuck, what's going on down there in Louisiana?
I know. Well, there's no race to blame. So, you can't get any press. But it sucks for Baton Rougians because no one there really has flood insurance because it rarely floods there. It's all New Orleans and other places. So a lot of people just got screwed.
Why did it flood so bad then? And
I don't know what it was.
why don't people have flood insurance down there? Just can't afford it? Or?
No, just it never floods in Baton Rouge. It always floods in New Orleans or other places. So people got fucked because Baton Rouge rarely floods. I don't know why.
So why did it flood to this point this time then?
I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some
that stinks
scientific whatever. But
was it a lake or a river or the ocean? Can I name more bodies of water? How many fucking bodies of water am I going to name?
I think it was a creek.
A stream, a creek,
might have been a
river, a brook. Someone left their hose on too long.
Yeah.
An actuary.
It's ugly.
We're laughing, but this is, it's horrific. The footage and the news stories I have seen, it's unbelievable, man. People are in bad shape down there.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. The rowboats and people on roofs and whatnot.
God, you never want to see a rowboat outside your fucking house.
No.
Never.
Oh, poor people.
Sorry, now we're looking at the sandbags.
Yeah. Everybody in Louisiana's got a sandbag.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Sandbag and taped up windows.
Just a thing? It's just in the garage waiting?
Yeah.
Waiting for action?
Mm-hmm.
Especially,
that and a crawfish pot.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe a pirogue.
A what?
A pirogue.
What's a pirogue?
That's what we call a canoe.
Why do you call it pirogue?
It's the French word or the Cajun word.
How do you say it?
Pirogue.
Just like that?
Down by the bayou.
It sounds a little sexier. A pirogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to go for a ride on my pirogue.
Yeah, sounds like a beverage.
I've never heard that one before. It sounds like a beverage. That's what we got out of that.
Pirogue on the rocks.
Yeah. Amy Schumer coming in about a half hour promoting her book. I got through the whole thing already.
Right. Nice to know people will be listening in a half hour.
Not that it was a struggle to get through it. I didn't think I was going to read it in time for her appearance. I'm glad I got to the end. It's really, really good. A lot of good stories in there. She talks about her dad shitting.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Dad's still alive. I would think you would save those doozies for after your parents are dead.
No. She lets it all out.
It.
Was it the one where he shits at the airport?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that was
in there. Were you weren't part of that?
No, that was before my time,
Okay.
but she's told me that story.
A few times?
Yeah.
And then at Adventureland out there on Long Island.
Right.
And it smelled really bad, too. And poor Kim had to get the front seat on the way home in the convertible.
That'll make you grow up quick.
Amy would never give Kim the front seat, but she did that day. That's a good sister right there.
Yeah.
You ride shotgun while Dad has shitty underwear on.
Right. Yeah, the strongest man in your life, covered in shit.
Right. My dad squeaked one out once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was kind of like, you never want to see your dad
No.
get a little loosey-goosey in the pants.
My dad did recently, but he yelled, "Watch this."
He said, hold on, let me take the mask off.
In defense, my dad is no longer with us. I do believe he thought it was a fart. So, but it wasn't a fart. We were coming home from breakfast, and he's like, and then he told me, I'm like, oh shit,
yeah,
we'll get you home right away. There.
Damn.
Those are the worst, though, when you squeeze out a fart. You're like, it happens to all of us, right?
Sure, the squirts.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, boy. That was supposed to be a fart.
Mm-hmm.
What's the video? There's one more you want to show the people?
This
I can't see because it's radio?
Classic bully.
Yeah,
go to this one, folks. It's such a smooth.
We're tweeting all these videos out. We're video heavy today.
You don't see it coming. It's only 30 seconds. It's this should have more hits, but here, hit play. It's
all
just
right.
hey, man. It's fucking not worth it. This I don't know where they are, but this kid just starts shit with this kid sitting by a tree reading. This guy's like, you got a problem? This guy's like, you really want to do this? He's laughing at him. Get your ass up. Watch how smooth this is. What an execution.
Oh, get in then you. Don't take this.
He's like, all right, let's do it.
Get in. So the reader gets up.
And that's the ball game right there. Whole thing's done. And he stands over him.
Wow. We'll tweet that out.
That's a beauty.
That's great.
Kid's a hero.
Not bad.
What a good spin kick.
Yeah.
Just wants to read his book under a tree.
Yeah, I know.
Been bothered.
Never bother someone reading a book under a tree if they're anxious to get up.
Yeah, he got up. He had no problem
He
getting
was
up. He's
very
like,
comfortable
really?
getting up.
We'll take care of this. Oh, the crash that leads to the bee attack.
Ooh, I don't know this.
Yeah.
We love, and I mean love, the local news.
This guy is the greatest interview. Did you see this video?
Yes, I have.
He's my favorite interview subject ever.
Even better than the Dunkin' Donuts people?
Edna Foss is tough.
Oh, Edna was good.
No, you were here for Edna.
Yeah, she was great.
By the way, that guy, I got an email from that guy. I forgot.
The rapper?
Yeah.
And?
Yeah, well, he's going to come on.
Oh, he should come on.
Yeah. I just forgot to get back to him.
It might be too late now if...
Get the cold coffee. The iced coffee, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
She was great. Let's play, yes, this is great.
Crashing a car was bad enough, but investigators say it led to 2 people inside that car being attacked by bees. It happened last night on Patton Spur Road in Laurel County. Police say a car hit a utility pole and bothered a hive of bees nearby. New tonight, Garrett Weimer talks to someone who lives in that area who saw it all happen.
This guy's the best.
Neighbors along Patton Spur Road are still, buzzing about what happened.
Well, I just had got done feeding my chickens, watering them and stuff, and I walked back to my house there to get my phone so I could play a video game on it. And all of a sudden, I heard a big boom. I looked back out my door, and the electric pole fell, and the lines were falling, and the Jill tracklers sideways into the fence.
Then the folks inside the car got a big surprise.
Well, he didn't know it, but he found out that there was a hive of bees that was located there, and he disturbed them.
And there's a guy come out screaming and squalling, and running around about like a chicken with his head cut off.
Anderson then says they ran up the road, grabbed a hose outside his home, and started trying to spray off the bees.
I told him he needed to get out of that water, but say I didn't know he was getting eaten up by bees. I thought he was just high.
Deputies say
I didn't know he was getting eaten up by bees. I thought he was just high.
Where is this?
I didn't know. Jersey. Really weird accent for Jersey.
Oh, this is Jersey, huh?
Really weird. I like the guy that mentioned chicken twice. I was doing clean water my chickens. He watered his chickens.
Who the fuck waters their chickens?
A nervous man on TV. I planted and watered my chickens, and then running around like a chicken with a head cut off.
He's got dry mouth too.
Oh, he's a fool.
His teeth are very dry right now.
I don't even know what happened. So wait, a bee caused the wreck?
No, a car crashed into a pole, and there were a beehive, and it disturbed it. And this guy owns the property, so they were running, and he saw they used his hose.
Oh, okay.
Because he was watering his chickens.
Got it.
You see,
got to water those chicks.
He didn't know that's getting eaten up by bees.
By bees.
I thought he was just high.
So I like getting eaten up by bees.
Yeah, keep going.
But say I didn't know he was getting eaten up by bees. I thought he was just high.
Deputies say the couple were under the influence of drugs. They say they had driven down the road looking for a place to swim.
That girl in that little bikini, she had a little red dot over her.
Even Gary Lee got stung while he was out there. Needless to say, investigators call it an unusual case. But everyone around here hopes the 2 learned a serious lesson.
Think they learned their lesson? I'd say by today they are. If I feel like my leg feels, I'd say they're learning.
In Laurel County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Don't do drugs and drive. I guess they're saying that they were on drugs.
Oh, they were on drugs. Okay.
What do you mean, learn your lesson?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to hit bees anytime soon again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about?
Don't drive into bees.
Don't drive into bees.
Also,
I believe that would be the lesson.
Yeah.
What a fucking non-ending to a story. Think they learn like I feel they learned their lesson.
They feel like my leg, I guess they did.
I tell you, the niggers learned a lesson too. We chase them out of here. We don't like niggers in our property.
We spray them with a hose.
Yeah, we spray them with a hose. We say we don't want no collards in this part of town. They learned their lesson.
We're only allowed to water our chickens these days.
Yeah, we can't water the colored folks. We just water our chickens.
We used to water them.
What a scary accent that is.
Yeah.
Who do you think he's voting for?
Oh, Bernie.
I'm writing in David Duke. Hillary's a communist and Trump is a billionaire. I'm voting for David Duke. And Edna Faust, I know how I used to eat her ass in the bathroom of Dunkin' Donuts. Bees bit him.
He's an Elizabeth Warren fan.
Yeah.
And if you see a girl with red dots when you take off bikini, that's just bees.
Yeah, they got bed bugs. I had bed bugs. I live in a red roof inn. The accent in the wrong place.
Oh, man, wow.
Oh, good for him.
Where did we get where that was? Kentucky? Where was it?
It is Kentucky?
Oh, okay. Damn.
All right, that's Kentucky for you.
That's America, baby.
So now Doc Gooden is saying shit about Darryl Strawberry.
Yes.
Calling him Lucifer. And there's a picture of Doc Gooden on the paper today. Wow, he looks horrendous, even more than we thought, right? And he's claiming that he's not a drug addict and that Darryl Strawberry is pretty much Lucifer. And all Darryl Strawberry is trying to do is help his old friend.
Damn.
Because that's Darryl's world now. He's all about God and trying to get people clean.
Oh.
He has recovery centers around the country.
Hey, good for him.
And he sees that Doc Gooden's, in his opinion, in really bad shape.
Yeah.
And the picture, you see the picture on the front page?
Yeah, he looks terrible.
That guy's only 51-ish.
Wow.
51, 52 years old.
Looks like Cicely Tyson. He looks like Jane Pittman.
What else is he saying about Darryl Strawberry? He's basically saying, mind your own business. I'm fine. I don't have a problem. Frail-looking Doc Gooden, go back up there, Paulie, refuses to say if he's using cocaine amid concerns about his absence. I'm doing fine. Yeah, play this for the news story. Yeah, I know. The Daily News is a snooze fest with their storytelling, but let's.
They are, right?
Oh, it's horrendous.
How much are chinchillas?
A damn commercial on the internet.
Guy fell.
Well, wait a second here.
Got hurt.
Mm-hmm. We can't even click out of this one, huh?
No.
Here we go.
Appearing rail-thin and frail, beloved former Met Dwight Doc Gooden refused to discuss Monday whether he had a cocaine problem. Rejecting his teammate Darryl Strawberry's urgent plea, he got help. The 51-year-old pitcher, who has recently shared his struggles with cocaine during and after his decorated career, spoke to the Daily News outside of his New Jersey apartment following a recent failure to appear at 2 fan events. I'm doing fine. There's a lot more to the story than you think. I respect you for coming by. It's your job, Gooden said, but I'm going to make a written statement. It'll be my best for my family and for me. I'm doing good. Unfortunately, I just have to deal with this mess. It happens, he said.
Why do they read their stories like that?
They're trying to be like NPR and seem like real journalists.
It's horrible. And then they have to drown it out with the music because they know it's dull.
Terrible.
It really is terrible. He looks like a drug addict to me.
He looks very skinny. I mean, not good tattoos.
Unless there's something going on, something else going on there. But I don't know. The 30 for 30, he looked like a guy that was on something, shaking and moving and just
the coca leaf.
Yes, just moving around and I don't know.
Yeah, the white pony.
Yeah. Moving on a horse.
Yeah. Chasing that dragon.
Chasing that dragon is right.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. I mean, it's either, but he's not denying. You would deny if you were on coke. If someone says you're on coke and you're not, you'd go, no, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not doing cocaine.
No.
Also shoeless in the picture, which is never good.
No, it's never good when you're outside talking to reporters in your socks.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
He walked outside. Probably doesn't want them getting a glimpse of how he's living inside.
Although, the only thing worse than shoeless is slippers. You don't want to be the guy outdoors in slippers.
With socks.
Yeah.
Why?
That's just a bad. You go down to the store to get something in slippers and socks. It looks bad.
I go socks.
And slippers?
Not slippers,
That's what I'm saying.
But kind of like sandals and stuff. Just feels more comfortable.
It's a little better, but slippers and socks
not
is a
for
bad
all day
look.
when I'm trying to look cool. But if I'm going for a quick errand and I got socks on, I'll slip on my Nikes.
That's a Nike. You're fine.
With white socks, and I'll just go about my business. Why not?
Slippers, though. Not good.
Ryan Lochte losing endorsements from his lies.
But then again, they're saying now there's video or witnesses backing up what he said. Did he admit lying?
I thought he did.
Okay, maybe he did.
He admitted that he exaggerated, that's for sure, and kind of pumped it up a bit.
What a fucking... And that's the worst, is the people he probably talked to in his personal life.
Right.
Why would you lie to us?
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you? Speedo would distance themselves.
Right. What's the latest on that, Paulie? Behavior immature. Yeah, we got the. I let my team down. He said that. What team?
Swim team.
Oh, I guess the relays. I mean, I was thinking they compete individually, but yeah, there's a few of them where they put in the team effort. So
you got him in. He's a handsome fella.
He's all right. He looks like fucking like one of the Mannings. He's a dumb Manning face.
Yeah. Brady. Mannings are a little downsier.
Maybe, yeah.
I shouldn't laugh that hard at that, but you're right.
It's true.
He's got like a, superhero look.
The lady seemed to enjoy Ryan Lochte's looks.
He lost all 4 of his commercial sponsors.
Oh. That's a few bucks, huh?
Maybe that's why he wanted to cover it up, because he knew he'd lose sponsors if he got in trouble.
Speedo, Ralph Lauren, Airweave, and gentle hair removal.
What?
Gentle hair removal.
Oh, I see. Like Nair.
Like a little of that action?
I didn't get that for a second.
And what's the Airweave? You ever hear of Airweave?
I have not.
Sounds more like a Doc Gooden thing.
What is, Airweave mattresses?
Oh, okay.
What does that do
when you need to sleep it off? I don't know. I guess you carry them with you.
Does lying make you tired? Well, lie on an Airweave.
I guess you roll out the Airweave and you put it on top of your bed.
That's cool.
Gives you a little extra cushion.
That's cool. You won't be carrying bed bugs all over. That's
good. And semen. That's just a bag of DNA.
Amy talks about bed bugs in her book.
Yeah, she does.
I don't think she ever really talked about having the bed bugs, but that it's a possibility when you're, wandering around the country, going to all the hotels and stuff.
You ever had them?
I don't think so.
Never.
Kimbo? It is the worst.
I had fleas that drove me
the fleas are
almost completely insane when I was in Buffalo. I just could not get rid of them. Bombed the apartment. I couldn't afford an exterminator, but I did all those bombs where you just dust everything, and it's a pain in the ass because then you got to clean up the dust. And I would get bit, I would have 5 or 6 new ones almost every other day.
Ugh.
And every single one of them was that itchy, where it would take forever for it to calm down.
Yeah, the worst thing about a flea is even if you catch it in your finger, you can't kill it.
Right.
Because it's too little.
I had them so bad I could look at the rug, no exaggeration, and I would see them jumping.
See them hopping,
Hopping around about, I think they bounce about 3 or 4 inches off the ground.
God.
And that's all they do is they just keep hopping.
Yeah.
Because I guess they're trying to find something to bite into constantly. Mm-hmm. But that's how many I saw. I could see them visually.
Jesus Christ.
And it was a stupid stray cat that the radio station was mistreating, so I had to be the good guy and bring the cat home.
You had fleas?
Horribly. And I loved that cat, actually.
Yeah.
But it drove me nuts. I
Imagine
got scars all over my arms from the flea bites.
Damn.
All over.
Imagine being an animal with fleas. You don't know what it is. You just know it itches, and you're always scratching. That must suck.
He was scratching all the time, this cat. Do you think it bothers them as much as it bothers humans?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they can live in that fur. There's so much fur.
Right.
They don't know how to shave. They're just dumb animals. Fucking shit caked to their stupid fur. A bunch of fleas eating them.
Ugh, yeah.
Helpless.
You ever had a cat and you just push the hair, and you can see the fleas in there scurrying around? Ugh.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've had pussy like that.
Yeah.
I remember you would set these bombs off, then you had to leave your apartment, and they just everywhere.
Right.
And then I do remember in time it finally got down to almost nothing, but it took a long, long time of just continually setting these things off.
Yeah.
So
the bed bugs are hell because you feel like a nom-vet. You wake up at 4 a.m. like, shit, and you're like scratching in the dark and you can't find it.
Wait, so you've actually had bed bugs?
I had bed bugs. I lived in Bushwick and I had bed bugs for months, and I just eventually moved. That was it.
You throw a lot of your shit away?
I threw clothes away. I bought a new mattress. I washed everything I owned. I steam cleaned the rug and still had them. They live in the wood.
They live in the wood.
Yeah, they're crazy. And they find little folds in your mattress like that.
Right.
There they are. Gah! They ruined my life.
And they're tiny, right?
They're like the size of a little beetle.
Right.
And they're full of your own blood. That's your blood in there.
What?
They start off kind of clear.
Wait,
and then that's your red blood. Look at that.
So their bodies are almost see-through, and then you see your own blood in them? I didn't know that.
It fucks with your brain. You kill one, you're like, I have my blood on my own hands.
Right. How many did you have?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't count, but
you know what I mean. Like it was
bad. It was bad. Like if I lift my bed, they were like all there, like a big line of black, bugs.
Do you ever fucking go Google bed bug videos?
Oh god!
Google
why would I do that?
Google bed bug infestation.
Right.
And get those hard dicks out.
Yeah.
And get to whacking. The sickest, most infested bedbug job in Syracuse, New York. This has 2.4 million views, so this is probably a doozy.
The only interesting to come out of things coming out of Syracuse.
Of them. I'm gonna let Pavel and Jesse and Danny show me around here.
There's a few all over the curtains here.
Okay, yeah.
Right here.
So they're there's on the curtain.
On the curtain.
Just point out about 6 or 8 right on the curtain.
I'm already scratching
on the
my
outside
neck.
of the bed.
There they are.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Just put a lot into your head.
To notice that you have a problem. That's what I want to know.
The match looks like moldy.
They had a problem. Like
we're looking at thousands.
I don't think we need the dog. Never called the office. They've never one time called the office. So this is new to everybody.
Look at the feces. Dude, this has been going on for months and months and months.
How the fuck do you sleep like
it's all blood.
On every single...
Oh, my God.
And then they're pulling the sheet back, and it's on the actual...
Look at all the blood. Blood and feces stains. You got to put a towel down, business.
These are actually bed bugs crawling right here on the sheet.
Wow.
Not one of those are blood stains. All bed bugs.
Look at all this.
They're all over the place. They're in the ceiling.
Oh my God! They're climbing up.
How skeeved out would you be if you were a worker, afraid a pregnant one would fall on you?
This frame. I want to see if there's anything back there. This is a good spot for them to hide. Okay, we got some.
Look at that! See, they're everywhere
on the desk,
behind the picture.
Oh, that's a
little group of them down here.
Those little guys.
Oh, down here's a lot of them.
There's a big
whole cluster.
More feces by this hinge.
Damn, this guy.
Just get down to the floor and look.
I'm itching all over.
All right, let's lift up this mattress here.
Oh, you don't want to do that,
no,
sir.
Don't lift up the mattress.
They're just.
All right, see. That's not too bad.
They're everywhere.
Too bad.
Dude, it's everywhere.
Oh, man.
They're not blood stains. These are actual bed bugs. I'm here by the frame now.
All right, now they're going to lift
They're
up.
moving the bed.
Okay, this isn't going to be
literally
good.
Oh my goodness.
Eating away.
Oh my God. Dude, this is like...
Oh, shit.
There's billions of them.
Dude, this guy does not have good hygiene.
You can smell them. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
What does a bed bug smell like?
This is what the dog would be trained to smell, but we don't even need it. You literally can smell the scent of bed bugs.
Like all over my
That's right. They have a bed bug dog.
Yep.
Yeah, you got bugs all over it.
Now it's just piles of
odor is so strong.
We're looking at piles.
Yes, it is.
They're just on top of each other. There's that many.
Damn.
That's really, really bad.
Wow. We'll tweet out this video.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, this guy...
Hot tamale.
Let me see. What's it say? What's the description? It should just say asshole a bunch of times. This man had bed bugs so bad, but he failed to tell his apartment manager. He claims he never even saw one. We did full inspections on a high-rise bed bugs and came across this. We basically bagged up everything and threw his bed and bedding out. We treated one time with a follow-up, and they never returned.
What?
Come on.
Wow, whatever the follow-up was, that's a good commercial for that place.
Yeah, no kidding.
They got rid of everything. They got rid of all of his furniture.
Right. Yeah.
And then maybe every hiding. My ex-girlfriend had them. And they were hiding in her pussy, which was really a weird place for bed bugs. No, they were in. There was like a wooden.
There's blood in there.
Yeah. There's a wooden bed frame in the place she was renting, and they were in that.
Yes.
You could throw out the mattress, but you couldn't get rid of that.
Oof.
I feel like bed bugs is a new thing. When I was growing up, you didn't hear about bed bugs. Were they called something else back then?
No, we had them. I mean, don't let the bed bugs bite.
Right.
Oh, well, duh.
And also,
Jesus, duh, of course.
On slave ships, too, apparently, roaches and bed bugs were very bad. Like back in those times, even. I just remember reading that somewhere, that they were all over, like, in the wood and those things were motherfucker.
I
knew slavery was bad.
I remember being younger and that song, don't let the bed bugs bite, but you didn't really understand what that meant. I didn't know anyone that actually had them.
Right.
But now it seems like it's way more of a thing.
Doesn't it sound like that's the title of a bad, like, murder movie? Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Right.
Fucking yuck.
Yeah.
It was like an Upper East Side. It was a real thing for a while. The bed bugs, like 5 years ago.
It's a lot of people traveling to New York is so filled with foreigners and travelers and people, short stays. It's kind of hard to keep up with.
Right.
There was a story in the paper the other day about some apparently nice place on Long Island where they had the wedding and the reception, and it was like expensive, like $700 a night suites, and there were bed bugs in it, and the stupid fucking hotel wouldn't refund the money unless the people were lying. But it's like, they're in the paper. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
you idiot.
So
now you've really ruined your future business.
Now you've done it.
Yes.
So it was yesterday.
What's going on with the Zika, you think? In Miami.
Oh, I don't know.
Miami Beach, they're saying there's Zika down there now.
Oh, great.
But now they're trying to say, come on back, we're good. We'll be all right down here. You think this Zika thing's going to completely take off?
Oh, I don't think so.
No, they couldn't if Ebola didn't. I'm not worried about Zika.
Right. But every year it's like, what happened to Ebola? That was the thing last summer.
It kills you so fast that they were able to contain. Like, it's weird. It was they were able just to stop.
I'm still amazed by the guy that had Ebola and he was just wandering around New York.
Oh, I know, touching bowling balls, fucking asshole. Everything. What didn't you touch? Top of the Empire State Building.
He's at Whole Foods just wiping his hands on the fruit.
When they showed his schedule for those 2 days before he went and took care of his Ebola, it was unbelievable. But nobody got it from all that shit.
Yeah, we're good.
Did the Mayflower bring bed bugs to the New World?
Was it the Mayflower, the Pinta, the Santa Maria?
A lot of those ships brought the rats.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't have rats in America.
You talking about the Italians?
That was a European thing, I believe.
We didn't have rats?
Not the ones we have in the city now, the brown ones.
All right.
Yeah, for European, right?
Yeah, they absolutely came from somewhere else. I'm sure maybe we had some form of rat, but it wasn't the ones that have taken over New York City.
We really did bring pestilence and disease. Not we. I mean, I didn't bring it.
Yeah, we fucking.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't me.
We're just reaping the benefits of other people that traveled here.
I'm so tired.
Set up their roots. Why are you so tired?
Just was
long night,
gasping for air last night.
Terrible sleep.
I'm tired.
And
you've tried everything too.
Yes, I have. I can't wear the mask.
Oh yeah,
no, I'm too claustrophobic.
My dad wears that thing.
The Darth Vader mask?
Yeah. I mean the GIMP mask. That was it.
He's more of a ball gag guy.
I have to pee again. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
So why don't we break for Amy Schumer? We'll do a quick break. I think Amy's going to be here very soon.
Got 8 minutes.
Promoting her book. And we got Mark Norman, who's hitting the road with Amy Schumer, but he's also doing some other things for himself. The Joy Theater in New Orleans. I know you're doing that September 1st.
Yeah, come out, people. Canal Street, baby. I used to go see movies there when I was a kid, so it's kind of fun.
You think you're going to have a lot of your old friends coming by?
I'm nervous about my high school jag-off buddies coming in there and heckling and whatnot, but...
Will they heckle?
Oh, yeah, well, they're just,
They mean well.
They mean well, but they're just dumb drunks.
Do you have to give them a speech beforehand?
Yeah, I might have to give them a pep talk.
Like, let's pipe down a little bit. This is a big gig for me.
Yeah,
coming home to
do
the
a lot
Joy
of
Theater.
Coming into the green room and putting me in a headlock, and do 8 shots and punch me in the dick. That old shit. that old hat.
Local boy makes good.
Yes, it's fun to say that.
Yeah,
and so that I'm doing Phoenix, doing Madison, Wisconsin, all kinds of good stuff. So come out to that and listen to my pod, and we'll call it a night.
Tuesdays with Stories with Joe List. It's a very good podcast. And Jimmy's got Buffalo this weekend, and Australia on the way, and
Minneapolis, Pittsburgh makeup dates, Washington, D.C. when I'm shooting Nyack to warm up. I'm very happy with the hour, so I hope people enjoy it. I mean, I'm really pleased.
I'm sure it'll be well received.
That was quick. You don't get credit for flipping over like that. You flip.
I do.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, what was the last one? Was it 2 years ago?
No, year and a half.
Oh, my God.
But it doesn't matter. No one gives a shit.
That's impressive.
Oh, you're talking about his comedy. Oh,
yeah, like writing a new whole hour.
Oh, yeah, when you said flipping in your last one, I was thinking, I would have guessed 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago.
That you get credit for. Everybody knows you can pick that ass in the air.
JimNorton.com for all his dates. We're going to come back, I believe, with Amy Schumer or very, very soon, so you stay there. Waiting for Amy Schumer. Got Mark Norman.
Hey.
We just replayed Andrew Lincoln from Walking Dead. He was great on the show.
Yeah.
And I heard in there, I was only sort of listening. We were chatting, and I was eating oatmeal. But I think I'm going to take him up on his offer. And now we're here in the future to tell you that Jimmy never took him up on his offer. He had an opportunity to be a zombie.
Yeah.
What?
I just forgot. Well, he said he'd come. I said to him I wanted to be a zombie. And we've interviewed him before, so he knows me. So he was like, yeah, okay.
They'll still do it.
Well, I don't know if he will. He says that, but I don't want to bother him.
There's tons of celebrities that apply and reach out who are zombies who go uncredited just so they could be a part of it.
Wow. You got to do it.
Oh, no, this hug.
Oh, yeah. I
gave him a zombie hug.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
The zombie hug rules.
It was bad.
That was part of the whole hugging celebrity.
To do that, yeah.
Obnoxious celebrity hugs.
Wow. I forget to do that. I used to enjoy giving the obnoxious celebrity hugs.
Yeah.
Some of them are humiliating.
It might be time for you to bring that back.
Do it with Amy.
That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, the Springer one still embarrasses me. I like Sam's face in it, though. He's so uncomfortable.
Yes.
He gets so douched out.
Yes.
Yeah.
There it is. Sam with the yuck face.
Yeah, you got to be a zombie, man.
Yeah, I want to be a zombie. I'd probably blow it, though. I'd overdo it. I'd just make... I'd fuck up. I know I wouldn't do it. Like, stop. You're ruining everything.
Right.
So E-Rock, during the break, was telling us about the KFC recipe. They found it in a scrapbook.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They've been looking for this thing forever.
Yeah.
E-Rock?
Yeah, it's been... I don't know how they get away with not revealing everything, because anything with food you really have to disclaim. But
you have to what?
Why are you throwing your hands in the air?
Because apparently I said the wrong word.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I had to declare. Then, yeah, I said the wrong word. Yeah. So you had to declare
the KFC rape.
They've done an amazing job for so many years of never revealing what the actual 11 herbs and spices are.
I got a question.
Who cares?
If you own a franchise, wouldn't you have to know the recipe? How do they get around that?
It's delivered to you.
In what? Like a big fucking...
They have trucks that deliver all the food and everything.
No.
They don't tell you what's
No, but they may deliver what you dip it in or whatever the fuck they have. They fry it.
Oh,
they don't
the batter.
It's ready.
But where's that made? Isn't there a lot of people making that stuff? You can't have one
fry
person.
It at the restaurant, but it comes seasoned and ready.
All right,
to
so
fry.
the people that are preparing your big fucking spackle bucket full of the
chicken,
the special herbs and stuff.
Right.
Those people know what's in it as they're packing it for your franchise.
No, they don't.
How do they not know?
Because they don't have it on their labels. They don't from their warehouses and their manufacturing to the franchises. They don't know how a lot of that stuff is made. It's just delivered as part of the deal of having the franchise.
What weird stuff in there? Paprika, garlic, salt, dandruff, ass hair,
rat feces. Let's continue. Bed bugs. Oh, fuck.
I like how this says oregano. That's great.
Yeah, what is that? Is that oregano?
Yeah.
Oregano.
Oregano.
I think Eric made this list.
I don't buy it. I think a lot of people know the recipe.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then you got someone in the factory. You know they're wetting their index finger and going in for a little taste.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people have tried to make the recipe and it never comes out quite the same.
Well, no, maybe that's a fake.
But the Chicago Tribune is saying they found this in a family scrapbook from Colonel Sanders' family.
Well, how do they get the scrapbook?
They went and interviewed like a great nephew or something. And
that's nice. Why? Who cares what kind of forget it, boo. Philip, I bailed out.
And good disclaim.
They were opening up scrapbooks and photo album stuff for them to look at the family history, and they found that piece of paper with the what they believe is the herbs and spices secret.
I got so many questions. So then the scrapbook, the family didn't notice that the recipe happened to be in the scrapbook before they gave it to the Chicago Tribune?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Sounds fake.
Sounds like there's something going on.
It sounds like they're trying to throw everybody off the scent.
That's a huge lie for a major newspaper if that's the case.
They might not know it. They might have just saw that what they thought was the recipe, and they start putting the recipe in.
Well, they took that, and then they went and recreated the recipe several times, and they said it was pretty damn close to what KFC actually is.
What was the secret ingredient? What do we got in
That's
there?
the dessert.
Salt and thyme and basil and oregano.
I keep
Also
thinking these
known
are
as
names.
oregano.
T.S. Basil.
Right.
T.S. Black Pepper. Sounds like me on Eros. T.S. Paprika. Get it?
Yes, I got it.
Meat Girls.
Celery salt, black pepper, dried mustard. This is all basic shit.
Yeah.
Paprika, garlic salt, ground ginger, and white pepper, right?
Right. Hat shavings. That's weird. What a weird thing to put in your food. I want some KFC. Someone else mentioned KFC to me recently.
Bring some in.
And I've had a craving for
Popeyes.
I'm a Popeyes.
Popeyes
is better.
Is it?
It's superior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You guys, I don't know.
Popeyes is ridiculous.
Well, KFC is it has that, it's phony feeling. It has that fake skin and it falls right off. Popeyes has got that crunch. It's so much better.
We should have War of the Chicken. Chicken.
Water in my chicken.
I would have some Popeyes.
Popeyes rules.
Yep. Bringing some Popeyes. Roland. He just happens to be eating some.
Yeah. Got in his pocket.
Yeah.
Six Popeyes breasts in his pocket.
Takes his hat off as a thigh.
Yeah, they're a little cold. I fell asleep with them in my pocket. Just has them.
Yeah.
So now what? Now that the recipe's out there.
Now no one cares.
Yeah, I don't think it matters, to be honest. Mysteries revealed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the family got lazy with the recipe.
Yeah.
Just in a scrapbook on what? Like it looks like a napkin. Is that how they found it, or is that them rewriting it?
They just said it was in a piece of paper in an old family scrapbook.
Yeah, that's too well done, you know.
Oh, they must have redid it. It was probably written originally on like some fucking
like a swastika patch.
Yeah, or on some fucking some clan contract.
Yeah, right. It's like on a clan.
An order of nooses.
Right.
A noose order form.
Right.
The backup receipt for hoods. Yeah.
Some really shitty.
Right.
It's written on a burnt cross.
But then,
yeah. Also,
and they made a family decision. Let's put it on just regular.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Get the name out. It's good for public.
Yeah. Public.
But it sucks how boring it. You want like Eye of Newt and Hair of Jew. You want something in there.
Right.
Some kooky ingredient.
We got Amy coming in. I want to do the GMA apology thing, but that's all right.
GMAs.
Amy Robach apologizes for mistakenly using racial slur on GMA.
Yeah, it was just silly.
My God. What'd she say?
She said
colored people, right?
She meant to say people of color, and she said colored people. It was just a silly mistake.
It's tough. Also, it's the National Association of Colored People, isn't it?
I think so.
What is? I might have an A missing.
It was just an accident. She didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She meant to say,
Amy.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on?
Hey. Hello.
Got a whole crew.
Wow. You come with a crew now.
Hey, how are you? It's been a while. Good to see you.
Yeah, of course.
There's kisses and everything.
Hi, guys.
Just read the book.
It's a whole crew.
You read it?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting until you read my mom's.
Oh, pass. I'm really good cookbook. I'm not reading that shit.
What? Your mother wrote a book?
She gave
my son
Stop
sucks.
plugging your mom's book.
She wrote like a food book. She's a food.
What was her thing?
This is about Southern food.
Yeah, Southern food.
Don't worry about it.
She cooked the same stuff as the mother in Sixth Sense to give to him.
I can't believe this.
I read half the book and then I listened to the other half.
Interesting.
That's what I did.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Because I had a long commute, so I said, you know what? Let me throw this on my Audible, and I got the second half done. I was telling people you're a really good reader. Is that bad? Out of any compliment I could give you, I said, Amy's a good reader.
Was I?
Very nice.
That's cool. I want to listen to it because I was pretty sick then. So did my voice sound scratchy or was it okay?
It sounded a little sexy. I gotta.
Ooh, man.
Did you like doing it? I hated reading a book. It's weird because they're like slow down, and then I went down, and it's uncomfortable. It didn't feel like it was just like natural talking.
It didn't feel natural.
It didn't,
at all. And then there were a couple of times I started crying.
I noticed the crying.
You can hear me crying.
I noticed the crying.
Oh, I thought they would cut that out.
I think it was the Mia story.
Yes.
The Mia story got you crying.
The Mia story. I don't think I got that one.
Jimmy read. I know exactly what Jimmy's read in my book. He read to see if I wrote him in the thank yous, and then he closed it.
That's true, and I drew an arrow as to where I felt I should have been.
Right above Jesus.
It's really good, and I read half because my reading habits are so bad.
Yeah.
I can't read anything, so I've made myself do it, and I really laughed out loud.
Made yourself do it. What a great friend.
I'm a terrible reader. This is farthest I've gotten in a book in years.
Audio.
I did do that. It was available to Opie.
The audio.
But I loved it.
It's the best way to get through books. But I was telling these guys before you came in, obviously, that you could have written more of a fluff book, but you didn't. You went all in.
Yeah,
Maybe I shouldn't have my dick up in the air as I talk to you.
Oh, it's fine. Of course you should. Get your dick up.
I'm going to sit all nice for you. And,
oh, my God, don't.
And you were very unguarded. You really, revealed a lot of yourself.
I can't help it. It's like, I could have just written all lists.
And the lists were
favorite places in New York to watch a sunset.
You know what, though? That does sound fun.
Doesn't sound divine.
I could answer that list, sadly.
I actually have no information about New York. Don't you feel like when somebody comes and visits and they're like, what's your favorite? I'm like, I have no recommendations or anything. I'm just in my apartment.
Well, on Twitter, people will always say, I'm coming to New York. Where do I go? And I always find the worst block at that moment in New York, and I tweet that out. I say, there's a wonderful restaurant.
185th and St.
It's always 180 something. Yes.
Have a great time.
But the book starts with a letter to your vagina. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a good book.
Thank you.
I mean, any book that starts with an open letter to your own vagina.
Put it out there, and it's can feel free to respond.
Yeah, very funny and clever.
And it sounds like you. The book is written like you. It's not like, okay, you got this level of, like, everyone's looking at what you say and watching what you say and checking every word to see if they can get you on something, but you didn't change your writing style or the way you. It sounds like you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely written exactly as I wrote. They were very cool about not trying to make me change it. The Sweethearts at Gallery.
What was the hardest thing to write about?
I think my mom and also being in an abusive relationship were tough things to kind of revisit. And it's like you write a chapter and you rewrite it, and it was like I was really excited to be done with those.
Are we talking about Dan?
Yeah.
Can we punch Dan in the face?
Sure, he's right here. His name's Mark Norman.
That was my next question. Is his real name Dan?
Yes, of course. All real names. No.
Yeah. That was really rough to listen. I listened to that part, which made it. You know what? In some ways, it's better to listen to some of these parts because you could hear some of it is gut wrenching.
Yeah.
That's the virginity.
That's a different one.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think Mark's tale of how he lost his virginity is sadder than mine.
Oh, what? That's my best tale.
Do you don't know about how Mark lost his virginity?
I don't know. Did you ever say it on the radio?
This isn't about me.
Yeah, well, let's make it about you.
Yes, please tell,
This is amazing.
Mark.
Could just tell it, and then we'll get back to me.
Cliffs. I got to write a book.
All right. No, you don't.
Pamphlet.
We're all good.
Basically, I think of French Quarter, New Year's Eve of the millennium, Y2K, and this.
How old were you?
I was 16. This one was on a balcony flashing. She was, a little weathered, and.
What a sweet description. I want to describe myself as on a dating website. Little weathered, not going to lie, little weathered.
She'd seen a few winters. And, she was at the Ramada Hotel, and she said, you guys should come up. It was me and a couple, street kids, and we go up there, and she opened the door, and there was an old guy sitting with a white beard and a Harley Davidson hat and a leather jacket in a chair staring at the door. And he goes, which one is it? And she points to me. And then the old guy took my two friends on the balcony and closed the doors, and me and the old bag went at it.
Yeah. I was really hoping it was that she went outside and the old guy fucked you.
Wow, that's brave.
I think she was a prostitute. I think that was the
pimp.
But
you didn't pay.
No
anything,
pay.
Well,
yeah.
That's nice.
But was in the back of your head he's going to come back and hit me over the head or something?
Nothing. She was very warm.
You.
I don't know.
Mark should be dead. I cannot believe you're alive. Growing up in New Orleans, how are you alive?
Yeah, I should be dead. But it was a fun time. I remember she was like, we should hang out more, and I had like a real panic, like a dirty, shameful feeling came over, and I just had to get out of there.
Hold on, Jimmy's getting hard.
Yeah, I thought that's what you're always supposed to feel. Just ashamed and apologetic.
And you talk about your dad and a couple shit stories. I'm like, I was telling these guys again. I'm like, Those seem to be the stories you would wait for them to maybe pass on and then finally go, all right, I got some stories to tell about my parents.
Everybody I wrote about, they approved it. I asked.
You asked ahead
I
of
read
time.
it. Yeah. Well, I read it to him. He's really funny. He's like, he doesn't care.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was funny. You made the story funny, and you talked about kind of like the sadness of it too. Like, it's like, yeah, this is this strong guy, and here he is, kind of shitting in an airport. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you also kind of addressed the reality of like, yeah, it's funny to talk about, but it's fucking awful.
Yeah, it was both. It was like just the worst moment. One of the worst moments of my life. But it's funny that it's so awful. Like I feel like that's the stuff that makes us laugh. The shit
course.
you should not laugh at. It was like, I wasn't laughing at the time, but then when I was telling my sister and like whoever, like it's funny in retrospect just to be like my dad was in the book I write about. He was taking me to JFK, and it was pre 9/11, so you could like walk someone to the gate, and he while we were walking, just kind of pulled over to the side and just started like peeing shit down his legs. And, so I'm just like watching this, kind of making eye contact with my father while he's just like peeing shit down his legs. And then, so I open my suitcase, I like get him some shorts, and I'm like, okay, bye, nice seeing you. I was going to spend the summer in Montana with my brother. And then, he's like, no, I said I would walk you to the gate. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So then, we're walking and people are like, what's this? Is there some? And I'm like giving them dirty looks, like, shut the fuck up, like, don't say anything. And then and then the whole plane ride, I'm just kind of like looking out the window, just like kind of catatonic, like. And then I got to Montana, my brother picked me up at the airport, and he's like, how was your flight? And I'm like, well, you know what? It wasn't great. And then just told him what happened. We were like cry laughing at how awful it was,
Did he change and put your shorts on first before he walked you?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It was her favorite short. It was her favorite
they
shorts.
They were Johns Hopkins lacrosse shorts, I remember.
She loved those shorts.
I love them, and I want them back, and that's why I wrote this book.
You talk a lot about like body shame and stuff like that too, which men get that too, but I think women are judged different on it. I mean, but I always feel like
men get body shamed.
About themselves. They feel it about themselves.
Right,
I feel it about myself all the time.
But barely by other people.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you. That's exactly what I say to myself every morning on the way out.
You wake up every day. Another day in the perfect body.
So do you just kind of come to accept it, or do you still have issues with it, or do you feel different?
I have days where, like, I'm about to get my period, so I feel like a house right now. Like, I'll look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I look the same, but I feel like a monster.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah, Mark?
Yeah.
So anyway, no, but I do. So I have days where I'm just like, ugh, like I cannot believe anyone's ever like put themselves inside me. And then
I've said that too about me.
Yeah. So it's it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. But I think with most women, it's like, or people maybe, it's like we're all like striving for this other version of ourselves. Like, well, this is just a temporary thing.
Right.
And I'm getting, it's like, no, let me just be in my own skin and be like, yeah, this is how it is.
That was a good point in the book. It was like, well, someday I'll be this. It's like, no, just kind of be where you're at and it's fine. Don't keep waiting for the magical day where you look right.
We're all just going to keep looking worse and worse for the most part. You look at a picture of yourself a year ago and you go, oh my God, I was so hot. Why didn't I enjoy it?
Right.
Now I'm disgusting. And it's just going to keep happening.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, that's a drop off. That was only last summer,
right.
man. Give me a break.
A couple months.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit. Speaking of the body shaming, did you get to the part with was it Men's Health? Mm-hmm. It was Men's Health magazine where she, Amy was writing articles for a few different magazines, and one was Men's Health, and they wanted to use a different picture. They had their way of using pictures.
They didn't want to use my picture.
Yeah, it was big busted women instead of like the actual person that's writing the article.
Like a 19-year-old model.
Right.
And
So she went back and forth with the guy, explaining her point.
The editor, yeah.
Wow. What was his point?
It was
that
bad.
I was a whale and that I should, that's not what he said, but it was like, I was like, this is like, it's fucked up that you're not using my picture. And but it's the hope, I think, is that with women and the expectation is that you just go, okay, well, thank you for your time. And then you just quietly weep in a corner. But I'm like, no, this is fucked up and it's not what was explained to me. And so, I'm not gonna like go quietly about this. It's
Did they
not
use
just
your
because
photo?
The photo they used of me. Can you pull it up? It's like it's pretty hilarious. First of all, it was the
tiny
size,
photo, right?
It was the size of a literally of like your pinky nail. It was just like, and it's this model, men's. There it is. The top left is the girl. So it's like my article. And then it was that girl wearing like a clown nose and shooting, like, because a comedian wrote the article, so it's a clown nose. And
she's in lingerie with the clown nose.
And also, like, she was like shooting a champagne bottle like out of her like pussy area.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? You know? And they're like, well, no, we don't usually use the author's pic. And I was like, this is. And then I was writing about how like. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'll like try and lose weight. Maybe you can like use me next time. And the guy was like, we went back and forth. It was kind of passive aggressive, but then it just kind of got aggressive. And I was like, I hope you have daughters.
Yeah.
And he was like, I have sons. Maybe they'll marry somebody's daughters. But I wrote the whole email exchange verbatim.
It's really good to see the back and forth between Amy and the editor.
Which picture of you do they use?
It was a tiny little picture.
It was hilarious. Well, they changed it online now, I think, because in retrospect. Now it's a picture of me, I think, with the article, but they were like, you know.
But the point is, after all that, she was able to get her picture in, but it was a very tiny picture.
It was like the littlest. Yeah, like you couldn't have recognized me.
But for me, what body part? Like for me, like which is the one that you'll focus on for? Like for me, I always get caught like I'm so obsessed with my dumb stomach. Like
really?
People, it's the worst. Like I'll literally just lift my shirt and go ugh and put my shirt down, and I realize somebody saw me do that.
Amy, we'll be in the middle of like real radio, and I'll look over and he'll be grabbing his stomach and
just looking down and
he'll scold it. He'll scold his own body part.
You should do what my sister and I do, which is we go, well, let me know how this feels for you. So we'll go like this. If I'm having a moment like that where I'm just like, ugh, like this is crazy, like I'm Santa. And then Kim, and then like my sister will do it too. And then we'll touch each other's bellies. And then we kind of smile at each other and we go like, yeah, this is good. Like we kind of are like change our feeling about it. Like, yeah, I'm glad I have this. I don't know. Maybe that's insane, but.
Do you want to try it, Jimmy?
Jimmy, let's try it.
All right. Come on, just try
it.
Ready? Touch your belly and then.
I'm not happy with this.
Touch mine and go. Look at me.
Oh.
Look at me.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. Cool. So cool. We gave that nod of we should both hang ourselves.
That was not believable at all.
No. Really? I felt it. I felt good about it.
Me too. How do you feel? Better about me? You? Me
yes.
too.
I like it.
Yeah, but it's irrational though, because people say, "Oh, you look good," or whatever, and it's like it just doesn't feel that way. And then, but then the next day, it's like I feel great, or it's all in your head.
It's nuts how the mind works.
It does fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst night of your life. That chapter. Dude, wow.
Dude, isn't that crazy?
It's crazy that you would write about it. I mean, I'm happy you did because I think you're going to help a lot of people. But
I think so too.
You didn't really have to reveal that much.
Well, it's like I have these journals and they say exactly what happened, and it was interesting because I wrote it before I looked at the journal entry, and it was actually a little worse in actuality than how I remembered it. But looking at the journal of that night, and it was like a whole abusive relationship, but the night where it came to a head, and it was just how I like remembered it, but it was a little worse. But I think it's important that I wrote about it.
I don't want to give out the whole story because you want people to get the book, but it's knives and being pushed in the walls, and there's a gang,
and I mean,
oh my God.
And then how about the like shit covered walls and the woman with no limbs?
Yes.
Like,
wow, how much would it cost me to get in that room?
Wait for that
one. Oh my God!
Yeah. Then there's a lady that she's not sure is alive with limbs.
And then it was all one night.
That's all one night.
So it was a physically abusive relationship?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it started out it was also mentally abusive. But it was really bad. And I would get hurt by accident a lot at first. He would like, squeeze my arm and I would get a bruise. Like he'd just do things too hard or push me and then I'd fall into something and then I'd get hurt. Yeah. And then it just became like, I mean, he was never like punching me or hitting me or anything, but he would throw me on the ground and stuff like that.
What was the very first time it happened?
I remember that it was he pinched me, like my arm, and I bruise easy anyway, but it blew up. Like it was, and we went bowling with our friends, and they were like, "Oh my God," and I was like, "Yeah, he just like pinched me," and it's like he feels really bad about it, and I know, like you just. Because you think it's like a certain type of person that gets into these kind of relationships, but it really can. Because I've always been like, like a loud asshole, and it can happen to anybody. I was in love with him, and I thought we were really supposed to be together. And he would like rip down the shower curtain while I was in there, and like laugh at my body and tell me I was the least attractive girl he'd ever been with, and he like pissed on me. I was like, and not in like the way that Jimmy is excited about.
Yeah. But, for the people listening, I actually gave that a standing ovation.
Yeah, it was, but yeah, it was awful, and it happens too. It happens a lot, especially to young girls.
Why do you think girls don't leave those relationships? Well, I shouldn't say girls because it happens to guys as well in other ways. But why do you think women stay in those abusive relationships?
Yeah, like what do you tell yourself to stay?
Well, first of all, it's because the guy is literally controlling you, and you get used to that. It's kind of Stockholm syndrome. But, he manipulated me into thinking that I needed him, and that I was unlovable, and that he was the only person who would love me. And I loved him, and thought we were supposed to be together, and that, and he would feel really bad after he hurt me, and I would like kind of comfort him. I'd be like, "Oh God, he's going to feel so bad about this." And it's a cycle that happens. It happens a lot, and happens to girls at that young age is when you're most susceptible.
Right.
And, just statistically.
How old were you?
It happens. I met him when I was 18, and but it didn't start being like that until I was like 20, 21, 22.
And when the pinch, it's weird. It's like it starts off with something that's like, okay, that wasn't, you're able to, I guess, to kind of justify it to yourself. Like, it was just this, and it wasn't.
And he pushed me, but he didn't know he pushed me that hard, and he didn't know I was going to fall into the wall and hit my arm or whatever.
What is he doing now? Do you know?
I don't know.
You never saw him again?
No, I did. I did see him again. But I don't know. We're totally out of touch.
Were you ever able to confront him on it?
Yeah. I tried to. I wanted to hurt him back, not physically, but like once the anger sets in and I realized he was manipulating me, and it was just that he was so scared of losing me that he was trying to, just hurt me to keep me. I was furious, and I really like wanted to like punish him and hurt him back. But I mean, you can't do that. I had nothing to punish him with, but we, I still have love for him. It's once you realize it's like, that's what's hard. It's like, it's not the way it should be. It's, I still have like love for, we were kids together, but I don't have any desire to talk to him.
Yeah. That chapter almost has a good ending.
It does? How does it?
Almost. Well, see, this is why it's not good to read these books. I don't want to give away too many of the stories, but
I forget how that chapter ends. Yeah.
Well, can I say it then?
Yeah, sure.
All right. By the end of it, you're like, all right. She finally gets out. Like, all right, Amy, you did it. And then she reveals that, oh, by the way, I did get back together with him down the road. I got back with him one more time.
Yeah, but it was really just to like try and like
get back
hurt him. Yeah, it was, but yeah, that was short lived, and it was just because the blackout happened, and like if that blackout that year, what was that?
2003. Blackout of 03.
Dude, whoever you got stuck with in that blackout, you were gonna fuck. It was so hot. It was so hot. It was like there's nothing else to do.
I was seeing a girl during that blackout. It was her birthday, and we were in. This is true. We were in Macy's, and I had a shitload of birthday gifts. And I was buying her gifts with her.
Oh my God.
And all of a sudden,
at Macy's, you
we weren't in love. We were just fucking something.
Okay.
She's lucky it wasn't Spencer's. So we're in line for this, and all of a sudden, the blackout happened. It was the middle of the afternoon in the summer, and everything shuts down. So all those birthday gifts, I got to put right back down there. I couldn't pay for them. because we were the register shot down. I lucked out.
I thought you were going to say you hauled those gifts all over Manhattan.
Yeah.
What did you guys do after?
We went back to my house and we had oral sex.
Yeah, there you go.
She saw what I was going to get her. It was awesome.
I heard the stories. I was out of town because we were fired at that point.
That's right.
And I heard all the stories. Like everyone was just hanging out on the street and partying.
Yeah,
and
it was fun.
drinking all the beer because you knew everything was going bad.
And the ice cream they were giving out for free.
Yeah,
everything.
It was a wild scene.
It was cool.
Like the city sort of came together and had one big party.
Yeah, like cabs would stop with their lights on into stores so people could walk around and buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit of looting, but I don't think it was that.
How many days was that? Was that quick? A couple days, maybe?
A couple days.
Maybe a weekend or something?
Yeah.
I was on 43rd at the time in the 22nd floor, and I could see New Jersey and I could see Midtown, and it was just black. And then you start to, after X amount of hours, you start to go, it's never coming back on.
Yeah, it was like really fun, and then around like 3 in the morning, you're like, this sucks.
We're done with this.
Yeah, enough.
We need some AC.
No AC, 22nd floor, no elevators, up and down.
Awful.
Yeah. Smelly genitals all over New York City.
Yeah, exactly. And
Well,
that's
the
normally,
water worked.
You're right. But you got a couple of flushes, but not many. You got a couple of flushes.
You got one or two in before it was too late.
That's right.
What was the toughest chapter for you to write, Amy?
The abusive one, I think. Yeah. And also the one about my mom.
I debated if I should say this, but that one got me teary-eyed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that
I didn't
good
know
to
that
say?
you heard. Because
I have a mom that kind of
mom stuff. Yeah.
Yes, that's kind of a bit about herself.
Yeah.
So I kind of related to that chapter a bit.
Yeah,
you didn't really diagnose what your mom's deal is, though. You were sort of around
Well,
it.
don't you think, like, if I were like, what's your mom's deal? Like, isn't it so hard to describe?
Yes.
Like, it's this whole cycle where you feel guilty, and then people meet her and they go, she's so nice. You go, yeah, she is nice. But, there's all this other stuff. So my brother and sister and I, it's been a long road with our relationship with our mom.
Yeah.
But I love her. I'm trying every day to just be like, she did the best she could. She is a human. But, it's
She made
hard.
me who I am today.
Right. She made
Some
me
of
who
that
I
Tony
am.
Robbins stuff.
Oh, yeah.
How did
you watch that documentary?
Yeah. It was amazing.
Oh,
we
my
had him
God.
in here, too.
Don't worry, Mark. I'm not saying anything.
What?
But,
What? Say
no,
it.
I'll tell you later.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
You got to see it.
Wait, what's that about?
I don't know.
I'll tell you later.
All right.
The girl with the cult in the cult.
Oh.
I saw a documentary about that cult. There was a really weird murder.
What was it called? Children of God or something?
Children of God.
Yeah, and like this, they were abused sexually by the adults, and one of the boys tried to get his mother to come over because he wanted to kill her for what she had done, but he wound up killing the housekeeper who had helped with the abuse, and the sister is still alive. Crazy.
Wait, it had
shit.
helped with the
There was so
stop
much
the abuse or helped with the abuse?
No. She was I think all the adults or most of them took part in it. So he wanted to kill his mother for what she had done to him or what she had allowed to be done to him. But then he killed the housekeeper because she was the one who showed up. Just really crazy.
Wow. So nuts.
Someone from that cult was in that documentary.
Yeah. He's like, you look sad or whatever. And he's like, what's going on? She's like, you want to know what's going on?
Yeah.
He's like, and then she describes the cult, and he's like, oh shit. But
wasn't it weird to see his big Stonehenge face actually getting emotion on it?
I know. He was really moved by
I couldn't believe Tony Robbins was actually, it got to him. It
was like a rock crying.
That documentary was so interesting.
It was good.
It's like, you always just think like, I think when I hear Tony Robbins, I don't know anything about him, but you watch that and you just really like him.
Yeah.
He's just so likable.
I hated him when I was younger because I would see these commercials, personal power, and I was like, this guy's a charlatan. But then people, I heard more about him. I'm like, no, he does seem to know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he helps people. It's nice. I wouldn't go to a thing, but it's like very nice.
I wouldn't go to a 5-day anything, but I actually think about, someone quoted me something he said about how people need certainty or uncertainty in relationships and in work. And I think about that every day. I'm like, I fucking require uncertainty in this. And and it's like, it would actually made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I need, somebody to kind of just guide me through.
Yeah, you need someone that you don't believe they love you every day.
That's fairly anyone who's ever said it. Yeah, right.
How's the press going for the book?
It's been good. It hasn't been too overwhelming, and because I have been sick and I never got better since I called in that morning. I was in the hospital and I coughed my rib to death. So my ribs are still
Did
bruised.
you crack a rib?
I fractured a
rib coughing?
Yeah.
Now Kenny thinks you have VOG.
What the fuck is what? First of all, like
Kenny thinks you have VOG. He's going to explain.
The second that I take medical advice from this walking cadaver, Kenny, what is VOG?
He's handing it out.
Oh, good, he has VOG pamphlets.
This
man,
so
he thinks you have VOG.
It's a thing in Hawaii. You get
It's
it
an
from
actual
the
thing.
volcanic ash. It causes respiratory problems.
Oh, you were in Hawaii.
Yeah, I was in Hawaii.
Yeah, and it caused like you to be malaise.
Do you expect her to read your pamphlet on VOG?
I can't believe this.
Do you expect her to read this?
Look, Kenny, as someone who knows that you were brought up in the children of God, no, you know what I did? I did read about this a little bit, and I did think, I wonder if this is connected.
Yeah, don't listen to doctors.
What?
Don't
No,
listen to
the doctors were not helpful.
Yeah, see?
And, it's like they're production doctors, because it was all through the movie, so...
Yeah.
And they just think every actor just wants, like, pills. So they're just like, what? I'm like, no, I'm really sick. I have no voice. And they're just like, what is this? What do you want? Xana? And I'm like, no, like, I'm in a lot of pain.
By the way, did you see what Mr. Efficient did? He circled in yellow highlighter the part that says health hazards.
Health hazards. You want to read about health hazards of VOG?
That's helpful.
This is so... You included the page of the references in case we wanted to know the sources.
Yeah, it's a bibliography.
This is
10 health tips for VOG.
External links.
You'll be on the road to recovery now.
This is so funny. Thank you very much for this, Kenny.
I can't take credit for it because after we hung out last night, I had to talk to my wife about you.
Why?
She makes me.
Okay.
But Mrs. Club Soda diagnosed this because she watched like Hawaii on the Travel Channel.
Oh, well,
and she
thank
knew
you.
about VOG.
But did we need like this is a lot of info.
That's a lot of literature.
This is a lot.
I feel like we're adopting a child from Hawaii.
But like you got to promote your book. You got your European tour coming up.
That's right.
Then your U.S. tour.
That's right.
And then your movie coming out.
And I got VOG all over the place.
Yeah, like you got to be in good health.
I know, but I don't have any time to get better.
What do you do for VOG, Dr.
Yes,
Kenneth?
please.
I don't know.
Green smoothies.
Oh, great.
I read ahead. Green smoothies.
Green smoothies. I have green smoothies every day.
Yeah, there's 10 health tips. The second handout.
Oh my God! This is know thyself is one of the tips. Know thyself.
Why do you have to know thyself?
Stop smoking.
Maybe write your next gallery books.
Okay.
On VOG.
All right. Thank you so much for this, Kenny.
Oh, the good news is that the ammonium sulfate is water soluble. That is good
that's
news.
great
That's
news.
wonderful news.
Okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Great. Oh my God. Is VOG sexually transmitted?
I hope not. I might have some on my back.
And GH, I must say,
slow night.
I saw Amy set of her new material last night.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you're gonna say it's terrific.
It's killer.
It's killer.
thank
you go with killer.
Oh yeah, she just she's working on it. She'll tighten it up, and it's
So you're telling her she
Thank
has
you.
to tighten it up?
She knows.
No, actually, I didn't know. I hadn't performed. I was so sick, I hadn't performed for 2 months. So that was my first time performing in 2 months.
Mark wants to know, because he's going on the European tour with you.
Yeah.
Will he get to see Amsterdam?
Oh, yeah, we're going to walk around a little bit? Or
you guys are going to be in and out?
We're spending 3 days in Amsterdam.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Mark.
That's great.
That's right.
Never been.
You've never been?
Never
We're
been.
going to have so much fun if I feel good.
By the way, the worst part was when Mark said, I want to walk around. He actually took all 10 fingers and did the walk around on the desk like a silent piano play.
It's my excited fingers.
I want to take you to this very thin street. It's very narrow. And it's where they have the prime hookers in Red Light District. Actually, I feel like that street, you've been there, right?
No, I've never been to Amsterdam.
Really?
No.
It starts out, it's funny, it's like, on that street, I feel like it starts out and the prostitutes are really gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you go down the street, like, I don't know if that's the best real estate maybe, but it just gets like, it devolves to the point of like, they're like basically like 9 months pregnant with no teeth, just like a bunch of, they look like tight ends.
You just described my thought process.
Yeah, but no, that'll be really fun.
I've never seen that. No, Patrice would describe it and talk about and those guys went and I had never been to that country. I don't know if I would like the window thing.
And they're just standing in the window.
The
might be
window
fun to
thing's
look,
weird, but I mean, it's not like everywhere. It's like that district, but I saw a sex show there. That was weird. Have you seen a sex show?
I've never seen a live. I've actually watched them. I've had couples. I've watched couples have sex.
We know that,
but I've never seen it on a stage.
Why see it on a stage when you could go to someone's apartment, right, Jimmy?
It's fun to watch,
right, Jimmy?
It is fun to watch.
Is it fun to watch?
It's perverted, but they're like they know each other. They're usually a couple, and it's like you just watch them do what they do. You're just sitting there.
Cool.
What was the sex show you saw?
I saw the sex show. It was in Amsterdam, and they were like fucking to the beat. Like it was like kind of, it was just like they were so on the clock working. It was really like not
did you have an
fun.
erection? Like to do that in front of people to the beat?
Yeah, they kind of were doing it like they were dancers. Like I don't know. It was
performance art.
And then and then this like big like guy in an ape suit came out and started like pretending to jerk off.
Did he give you a Vogue brochure?
Oh my god, it was really not sexual, and it was kind of a bummer. But it's just fun to be able to smoke pot in like restaurants and whatever.
Right. Is that stuff allowed there, or is it just tolerated?
What, pot?
No, like the sex stuff. Like, is it legal, or is it?
No, it's legal.
It is legal.
It's regulated and legal. Yeah.
Right.
I saw a donkey show in Mexico.
No one asked.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Yeah, Johnny Ola took me.
Oh my god!
But it wasn't fun or anything. It was terrifying and
gross,
sad,
right?
and had
The
to leave.
girl?
What made it terrifying?
It's a bunch of sweaty dudes in a circle in a barn,
right?
And they have a girl dancing, and they walk in a donkey with like hair missing and stuff, and they take the donkey by the legs, they flip it over on its back, and the girl gets the donkey hard, and then
How does she get it hard?
she blows it.
How big is the donkey's dick?
It's pretty crazy. It's like
show us how
this
big.
long.
Yes, Mark just pointed at my dick.
2 feet ish.
Yeah, about 2 feet and girthy.
What's the girth? Show us the girth.
It's
Mark noticed the girth.
It's like a baguette.
Yeah,
I mean it's crazy.
Okay.
Wow. Does it taste like one?
I ran out of butter.
Oh
But she sat on it. And I had to leave. I was like, this is too much. I gotta go. I was like,
It didn't turn you on. at all?
No, 17.
I feel bad for everyone involved.
Yeah, the donkey wasn't into it. Nobody
I feel bad
was
for
into
her. I feel bad for the poor animal to be scared like that. That's just awful.
The
Who
Tijuana
enjoys that?
donkey show?
Do you think they have to share a green room? Like they're both back there smoking in between shows, just like that was a good one.
Right. Good crowd.
Oh, that's so awful.
Yeah, the guy have to hold its leg. It just looks unpleasurable for everyone involved. I don't understand the spectacle of it. Like, it's not sexy.
Which one's the donkey is what I want to know.
And who's the guy with the shirt tucked in, kind of helping it along?
That's his job.
100%
He
Kenny.
dressed for that job.
This looks way more professional. Mine was on hay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is like got seats and stuff.
And they have a smoke machine in this picture.
Right.
To really jazz it
the
up.
The girl in mine was way more attractive.
Although hay is probably less uncomfortable for the donkey to lay in hay.
They love hay. It's
What
the natural
are you
hay.
talking about?
If a donkey has to lay in something, that's a
Jim's
dance
worried
floor.
about the donkey's work conditions.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Is
it's
there a
probably more
union?
A cold linoleum floor, right?
Yeah, like a donkey probably in hay is better
In
off.
Tijuana, jeez.
Yeah, good times.
So you're going to get to see Amsterdam.
Yeah, can't wait. I'm
That's
pumped.
awesome.
Never been.
How was the movie? How was Goldie Hawn? How did it all end?
I love her.
Yeah?
The movie's going to be funny. She's the best. Yeah, we really loved each other.
Right.
Yeah, we lucked out. I just wish I wasn't sick.
Had you met her before or no?
I met her on a plane years ago and was like, I want to make this movie with you. And she was like, okay, honey. Like, she just thought I was a crazy person on a plane. And then I just kept on kind of going over to her at events. And I'd be like, hi. Remember me? Like, really want to make this movie with you? And she's like, I haven't done movies in a long time. And I'm like, we're doing this movie. And then, and then she...
That's pretty cool.
She did it.
That's a great showbiz story. I've never said that to anyone. Had it work. Creep people out.
Showbiz story.
And no, it's nice that it worked out.
You got showbiz stories, Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy.
The Nicolas Cage on a
Come
plane.
Oh, yeah.
But
Marlo Thomas. Come on.
We all have a Jim Norton celebrity story.
That's true. I met Phil Donahue. I want to open a hat store with you someday. Maybe my dreams suck.
But you love Amy. I remember one time we were on the road. I mean, you love Goldie Hawn. One
Yeah.
time we were on the road and it was the middle of nowhere, and we're like bored flipping through the channels, and you're like, the Banger Sisters was on. You're like, I'm sorry, but we're watching this.
And we did it.
And
You
we
loved
did.
it.
And it was fun. Yeah, it was
loved
good.
it.
You were all
Poor
right
Mark.
with it.
Yeah.
When does the movie come out?
Mother's Day.
When is that? We should all know that, but we
I don't
don't.
know.
Yeah.
May something.
May something?
Around May.
Yeah, I just know because it's around my birthday.
You narcissist. Wait, we
May 14th. All right.
Jimmy's never seen Overboard.
What?
That's a great movie.
No, I've seen a lot of Goldie. I've seen a lot of her catalog, as I say. I saw Private Benjamin.
Oh yeah, Wildcats.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. It seems like old times, an old favorite.
Overboard, you still have to watch. You have to watch Overboard.
I may have caught parts of it. I mean, the poster is certainly not alluring.
Wow,
it holds up.
Is that where they met or no?
Yeah, is that the first? No, they met on a different movie.
You need to know, Jimmy, how they
they're
met?
falling off the thing.
She was so hot. Look how hot
She's still hot.
So hot.
I'm telling you, she is hot.
And how cool is Kurt Russell? We've had him in here a few times. He's so down to earth and nice.
Right.
You feel like he really cares about you. I know it's all bullshit.
I love them as a couple. No, it's not.
Think?
No, it's not. They are really those people.
Genuine.
She will sit and talk to anyone at any time. She's the opposite of me. She has a tolerance. It's not even tolerance. It's a joy. She'll sit there and talk. I'll walk. There was like, in the movie, there was like this guy who was there one day. He was an extra. And, I think he spoke like 2 words of English. And I walk in and Goldie's like, and that's when I knew I needed a break. Like she's ending a story talking to this guy.
Wow.
I'm like, he doesn't even speak English, Goldie, but she can talk to anyone.
Are you not good at that? At like just
Are
sitting?
You serious?
That's not your thing.
I can't. I'll just tell people like, when I'm checking into a hotel, they're like, how was your... I just can't do small talk. Mark knows.
I've
You've
seen it. Yeah,
it.
I've seen it with drivers.
Oh, God. I just can't. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
I hate small talk.
I can't do small talk. I can talk about real stuff, but I don't want to...
hate it more than anything.
It just takes it out of me.
I know. I'm just such a people-pleasing fucking weasel. Like, I respect the fact that you don't do that.
I've never seen you please anyone.
But the ability to do that, I admire.
I admire the ability to get into small talk and enjoy it. I just can't.
Oh, Jesus. Why is Kenny coming over here?
Hopefully he's got something poignant to add.
I can just feel a dark cloud.
You want to talk about your practical jokes?
Oh, yeah.
Kenny.
Yes. So I did Jimmy's UFC podcast yesterday.
Yes, you did.
And he...
Oh! What happened? I totally forgot about that.
Oh, my God. So, okay. So Jimmy, he left his phone on during the podcast because Ozzy's in town, and he's hoping that Ozzy was going to call him because Sharon said that he was going to call him. So, So anyway, so he got 2 phone calls from like his manager and his agent,
Jonathan Brandstein and Bob Eatman. Could you have shittier non-Ozzy phone calls?
Like, get a friend. Like, not even one friend called him, but it's just his agent. So, and then he made the mistake of going, yeah, but if somebody calls with a block caller ID, I'm picking up. So I was like, oh, I should turn my phone off. So I immediately text Kenny, call Jimmy with a block number, immediately. And he's like, okay. So then Jimmy gets a call from a block number, and he's like, oh, he like pushes back from his seat. And he's like, hello, and then Kenny and I start dying laughing. And then like when he was gone for like 15 minutes, and I was like, let's call again.
Well, he got me so good. And this is why because I was going to turn my phone off during the podcast. She's like, no, leave your phone on. And I'm such an asshole. I'm like, what a good friend. She wants to make sure I get my call when there's nothing that would make her happier than me missing the Ozzy call. So I'm walking to the train with Matt Sarah after. I'm such a fucking idiot. And I did actually, let's see. Let me see if I should have it here.
Jenny, it's Sharon. I'm just kidding. It's Amy.
Oh, that got me.
It got me so good.
It got you?
Yes, because I was walking with Matt, and I was on the train, and I kind of, you put it to your ear. I didn't have my headphones in, and I heard it, because that's how Sharon would say hello.
Yeah.
And then I replayed it. I'm like, oh, this fucking shit.
And then I laughed so evilly right after. Jimmy, it's Sharon. Oh, God. Kenny and I were dying.
But I really did have to go back and hear it a second time to realize that it was not a call.
You are a loser.
TV show taking a little break?
Yeah, I need a
You just
break.
need to chill the fuck out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Your run has been unbelievable, Amy.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
I need a break.
Are you breathing in there? Enjoying
no,
it?
It hurts when I breathe. It's my stupid
we learned that
rib.
earlier. Wait, what page is that on in the Vogue pamphlet?
The Vogue.
But you get time to yourself to relax a little bit, right?
I will on the road on this tour. I'll try to rest a little.
Do you work every night on the tour, or will you take a night off in between?
I think we have like a night or two off a week.
Do you still fly? You're nerve-wracking because Amy would fly and we would do a gig together, and literally the gig's at 8 o'clock, and Kenny would be like, her plane lands at 5:40.
I like getting there. I want to land, go right on stage, and then leave right from stage.
And never late though. Never late. For, it was amazing.
No,
that
I always make my shows.
Yeah. So you'll still do that? You're flying day of? Like you don't like to get there early?
No, we're gonna go to Ireland early just to like adjust to jet lag
and hang out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Were you scared on a plane once with Kenny? Kenny, were you telling me this recently?
I'm scared.
Yeah, he was on the wing.
Here, Kenny.
I think Kenny, you had a whole.
Did
Kenny's,
you have to hold my hand?
Yeah, the bad flight to Boston to the private, to the corporate gig.
And you guys had to hold Kenny's hand.
When turbulence is bad, I have to hold somebody's hand.
Yeah.
Even if they were the person
like
that
a
answered the door
prayer
in the
circle.
Addams Family.
You had a prayer circle?
With Rachel and Amy and me.
Is it weird to be in a prayer circle with Satan?
Oh my God. Yeah, I get, if turbulence is really bad. But it's like Rachel gets really scared in turbulence, so I have to pretend like I'm brave when it's her, but but Kenny was there, so we could both be pussies.
It was all nice.
It's weird, like small planes, it will bother me. I don't like small plane turbulence, but like on a giant plane, I actually like some.
Why? Because you're like, it would be worth it if this went down with all these people.
I won't go alone. No, it's that feeling of like it rocks you, it helps you doze off a little bit. Not terrible, but just like a little rocking I like.
Yeah.
It's gentle.
Yeah, you just want to be back in the womb. I get it.
I do. Yes.
We got to wrap. Amy's busy.
Oh, shit.
Well, the book is called...
The book, let me just say,
Yes.
I read every word. It's great. It really is a great, funny book. Unguarded, like I said. We only touched the surface. There's a lot of stuff in this. The girl with the lower back tattoo. The story about the tattoo is even great.
Thank you.
At the end of the book, finally explains the tattoo and how you got it.
It's very honest, and like Opie said, you talk about stuff that you didn't need to talk about, which is really great.
I meant that as a compliment.
No, I know you did.
Totally.
A lot of people come in with their books, and it's like it's just garbage.
It wasn't a fluff book.
They're so protected of their image or whatever, and they don't. Everyone has stories. Everyone has stories, though.
Yeah.
Everyone has their garbage.
Yeah.
I definitely can't run for office after this.
It's really good.
Thank you.
I liked it.
I think we're done, right?
Yeah. Mark?
Oh, yeah. Good luck with the period.
Thanks, Mark.
Have you thought about the IUD?
I'm not getting that shit.
All right. Well, I think it's pretty good.
What do you know?
I've been seeing a girl with it.
Are you worried about your ovaries?
Well, no period. It seems pretty
it's
miraculous.
Great for you.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to bleed once a month.
Yeah.
That's a great attitude.
I want to end like we have a show on that.
Keeps everyone honest.
Yeah.
I think you got to bleed once a month.
You got to bleed all over the place.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Can't wait for
I'm going to
Amsterdam.
Buffalo. I just want to plug that I'm going to be in Buffalo this weekend, and I have a bunch of stuff, Australia, Pittsburgh, Minneapolis, and then
Jimmy's getting a call, no caller ID.
Hello?
He just can't help himself. He can't help himself.
Damn it, I figured it was him.
Jimmy,
but I still had to check.
You still had to check. What a sad man.
October 7th, I'm shooting in D.C. at the at the theater, Lincoln Theater. So 2 shows, and I'm filming, so I'm warming up for that before.
Woohoo.
And Mark Norman, another great job. You got the Joy Theater in
Downtown. In New Orleans.
What
Come
day is
out
that again? September
1st.
And I just saw you're going to be at Side Splitters in February.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
That's a good
Tampa.
gig. Yeah,
great town.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, did you see that
Love
they responded to you? There was some funny response.
Oh, great. I don't know.
Dear Amy Schumer, please give us another chance or something.
I don't know, but
did you see that?
No.
It was
all
a
love
photo.
for Tampa.
No, it was nice. It was like from the 3 people who can read or something.
Yeah.
That's all right. Relax.
Very sweet.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was actually very funny.
All right.
Amy Schumer, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's how we end, I guess.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.